adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are out here near the Dragon's Horn, where you have come seeking allies, material, information, etc., to get yourselves further in your efforts against Sagaeos. As you have come here, you've met up with one of the local residents and gained access to the Grand Library of the Dragon's Horn. Last week, you guys discovered several artifacts, including a orb of dragon kind and a room that had all sorts of armor in it. After some theory crafting amongst the party as to who might be in the orb, we left you guys to theory craft and ponder how you would like to proceed this week. So, that's where we pick up, as the party currently has the Orb of Dragonkind and is residing in the room with all the suits of armor that Kato, we'll call him the librarian, has told you belongs to Amaria Rosie, the great gold dragon that once ruled the skies. So, Toivoan Trainwreck, what would you like to do?
It may be worth to pull up
All
that
we
map.
have to do then is we got to figure out where the third orb is, because then if we take out that person, we can cut the deal with Raphinus to not intervene. Because after all, she wants us to win this fight, or at least to get what we need to get for her. So
Who do we know?
and then we kind of
Do we know anyone who would maybe know the location of a missing orb or an extra one?
Didn't we conclude that if we have 2 of the 3 orbs, we already win? Like, we only need 2, right? And then we know there's only 3 left.
But he has the other
we
2.
think so. And it's possible that there's 5 left, and the 2 missing ones are the ones in his possession.
That would be bad.
In which case, we would need 3 to overcome them. But yeah, it's possible that the 2 other ones are in the hold of his allies, and that's why he's not scared of this one. I think we have some more investigating to do before we can say for sure either way.
Eric, I might have done this last week and I can't remember.
Sure.
But I'm curious, does the Stone of Chronicles contain anything related to an orb of the dragon?
You did, and that's how you found out that Raphinus had one.
Gotcha.
we found that out through through legend lore.
Legend lore, right.
There you
But
go.
not the Stone of Chronicles. So let's go ahead and cover the Stone of Chronicles. Okay, so as you search the Stone of Chronicles for information about the Orbs of Dragonkind, you're going to pan back into the far distant past. And in the time long ago, where Sky Islands still existed, floating amongst them, there were dragons, angels, demons, fiends, seraphim, everything that could possibly fly, Pegasus, etc., coatls. Amongst them, there was an enormous green dragon, nearly turquoise in color, who was dominating the skies, and everything gave way to this dragon. They left it alone and avoided it. Wherever he went, he had room. Nothing crowded him, nothing threatened him. As you watch in the Stone of Chronicles, you recall seeing this enormous dragon flying over the deserts of Australia towards a desolate Sky Island, dark and covered in emeralds. You remember the Life Taker lives there. As the dragon alighted, you've got a sense of relief. Perhaps you'll sleep now.
Hmm?
But you've lived through another passage. Whatever he harvested today, we hope that it's going to suffice for the next year. And Toads 54 has just redeemed a trinket for the next loot pile that you guys collect.
I love shiny things.
I hope there's an orb in it. It's a very cryptic memory. So, what was this from the point of view of? This was like a survivor of a dragon.
It was someone on the ground hiding behind a rock.
Right, but we didn't see a direct relation.
You didn't
to
see
an
the
orb.
attack, but as you're watching it, you just see that, and you know that the orb summoned him to where he attacked.
Oh. Based on the geography of the environment,
Yes, sir.
based on Coin's whole map, Dick, can he discern where this is? Like as detailed as possible, where in Estrella this is occurring, maybe even what side of what mountain.
The terrain has changed so much that it is impossible.
Okay,
It's
but
been
so
several
much
thousand
like
years.
oh, not even like the descendants of the trees that were in that
There are
area.
no
like, there's
trees.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I guess it is Estrella.
yeah.
Hmm.
But you would know that a dragon orb was used to call the dragon towards the sacrifice.
Are there any nomads in Estrella? I know most of them don't have like a written language,
Right.
but is there? Maybe this is like a rumor that spread around. Is there any of them that they had an ancestor that interacted with a dragon, or they had a great grandpa that knew how to control dragons? Any sort of rumor that might hint towards they had a relation to an orb at one point?
That is the memory you have, is that someone in a neighboring tribe had the orb and summoned the dragon in order to sacrifice someone or something to it in order to sate its hunger.
Right. But I'm trying to think of ways that we could functionally reverse engineer
Right.
who is the descendant of the person in this image. And we're standing in a library of Estrella. I'm trying to think of what would be...
It's not a library of Estrella. This is the library of the
Dragons,
Dragon's Horn. So
That's fair.
it has to be one of the books or artifacts that Emery or Rosie would have collected. Or someone else has put here.
I mean, there's a lot of things in the library. Who knows
Yeah.
what's in here?
Yeah.
I do.
So, from my point of view,
Yes, sir.
I welcome feedback, just like between the party. It sounds like traveling Estrella and jumping from nomad group to nomad group would be one means of, if we ask everyone, eventually someone's going to say, oh, I've heard that story, hopefully. But that's not, that could waste a lot of time, and we only have 3 weeks, so what means do we have of narrowing down? One, could we open, the map of
Of
Estrella?
course. Absolutely.
Of one, who is where right now? I mean, other than checking the crystals, who is where? I guess if we leave the Dragon's Horn, we could wayfind, check every crystal, and then just teleport anywhere we see people. And we could kind of just popcorn around investigating. Was there any discerning qualities of the person in the memory? Did they have a bracelet on?
I would
that
say
one-
that they had loose, pale clothing, tan.
But-
as far as distinguishing item,
A birthmark or something that could become a hand-me-down, or even just a color of their hair?
sure, definitely darker haired, but as far as a hand-me-down, I could see that there was probably a ring that they had. I would say that it was a very large quartz.
Okay, that's somewhere to start. Coin is going to fetch out paper and he's going to draw a reference of this based off the memory, just for him and the party's sake of this. You said, like, quartz
Yep,
ring?
sure.
Thank you, Jordan.
Got him.
I mean, really, we still have to deal with how do we get out of the Dragon's Horn, though, because Coin's going to try to wayfind right now, but as I recall, pretty much cut off from outside of the Dragon's Horn, right?
You realize you're inside a building right now, right, Coin?
I don't recall that being like a disqualifier of this. It's still touching the ground. Which is a question for Eric, if you wayfind.
I guess you do it more often than I do. I just it's hard to see stuff that's outside of buildings through the walls of buildings.
Well, for the sake of testing, Coin attempts to wayfind from inside the library. What does he see?
You see the library walls and glimmers just on the edges through the walls themselves. But as far as getting details, you know which direction the crystals are in, but
Okay.
the inside of the library is preventing you from seeing outside.
I see.
So you have a sense of which direction they're in.
All
The
right.
weird thing is that they're not static. The crystals, when you do this inside the library, seem to be spinning all the way around you.
Okay, I'm dizzy. Coin's gonna put his hand up.
It's like that carnival ride, the anti-gravity one.
Sounds fun. Coin's going to walk by the front door, indicating he's ready to head out. He's not going to rush anybody if they have business here, but he seems interested in going outside and doing some research on, like, where are all the nomads right now, where are the crystals, that kind of stuff.
I feel like there's still a lot more to get out of the library for sure. Like, a lot more just to look up, and B, I'm not sure if we've totally explored the whole thing because I don't totally know the layout, but
Coin's going to kick back. He's going to pull out a bucket, throws it next to the door, spins around. He'll jump in with his Tome of Understanding
Sure.
and says, just let me know when you're ready.
All
And
right,
then he'll fall out of sight.
cool.
I do agree. It's a grand library. There's going to be a lot of stuff useful here. But my character's got what he needs. I can't think of. I'm not sure what we would need other than, like, maybe searching around for.
yeah. I mean, also personal use. Is there anything Coin needs to know in general or would like to know?
Well, he got a Tome of Understanding, technically, which is to raise his wisdom score, but also just monk stuff. I've been thinking of other stuff, but I don't know, especially from a dragon's library, what would be useful. Which is to say, anyone else is welcome to, like, take the jump if they want to look for something.
I didn't know they actually had Tome of Understandings and things like that in this world. It's so good.
I don't understand it yet. Very misleading.
No, see, you're supposed to put it on top of your head and then stand up.
And puts it on sort of house roof style. Sort of balances it.
Nice.
Well,
now you're understanding.
You're absorbing the knowledge directly into your skull.
I'm under. Oh, it slides off of his head and hits the ground.
Nice one.
I get it. He picks it back up and starts reading again.
I mean, Scythe brings up a good point though. Like, what if there's like a secret area in here with like 10 billion cool magic items? I don't know. What if there's like some of those cool magic items that I can wear? I mean, I read about them in some of these books, like things that you can graft into your scales. Maybe there's something like that in here. I feel like Anna Rosie would keep one of those.
Hey, Eric, could we assume, especially since Ray isn't here, Tati is searching around, walking through shelves
Sure.
and just trying to find interesting stuff in the shadows of this place?
Stories.
Okay. So as you guys go around, Tati is going to mosey through the shelves. Is she doing so alone?
Seems like it. We didn't bring. Is Death Talon out here with us?
Bryn is also looking through the books, but he's not necessarily going with Tati.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
actually-
probably split up, just looking through the shelves.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actively kind of slowly separating from people while combing through the shelves.
Cool.
At this point, Ruth is looking for like secrets, not even necessarily books.
Understood. As you guys are making your way through, you're going to find a section that has a lot of books resting on the floor. Which is very strange.
What kind of books? Is there anything? Do the books have anything in common?
They're all dark covered, black leather with silver trim. Looks like they're a set.
Is this the
Should I
reference
touch
by
these or
things?
not touch these?
You said you're alone because you guys split up.
Oh,
Well, I guess then it's important to specify who is
So
who
let's-
is finding these
I'm going
books.
to roll because Coin's sitting at the front door, so I'm going to roll 1d6.
Mhm.
All right, so Rusid, you're the one that finds them.
Ruz's gonna be like, there's a lot of books on the floor here. It's kind of weird. I mean, I'm just gonna keep looking for weird secret passageways and or switches and or maybe I could put like a book on one of these shelves and open up a cool secret compartment.
Okay.
And then Ruz is gonna kind of like, he's gonna like let people know that there's weird books on the floor, but he's gonna ignore it and keep keep searching for some secret area that probably doesn't exist.
Cool. As you go searching, let's roll an investigation check, sir.
I guess. Gonna be, I think, a +4, unless I have, it's a +4. I'm just that good.
All right. So with the 21, you're going to find a section of hall where there's a green fog that comes out about to your knees. It's pretty deep, and you can't see the far end of the hall. There's nothing as far as you can see down the hall, but it just goes off into darkness and green fog.
How far do I see out until it becomes dark?
What's your dark
'Cause if
vision
I-
range?
120.
You can see out to 120 feet.
Okay, just wanted to. Ruzu was trying to check if it was magical darkness.
It is not magical darkness.
Look at this ominous hallway. Feel like I shouldn't go this way, but I kind of really want to know what's back here. Okay, if I don't come back alive, you know what happened. And Riz is gonna start walking into the hallway.
Okay.
What? You hear echoing from the bookshelves?
The moment
Going
you
into
step
some
forward,
ominous
sir,
hallway.
I need you to roll your wisdom saving throw. Gotta beat a 20.
Okay. +7, +2. So I have a +9.
Okay. So,
Womp womp.
one
I'm
second,
gonna use my
Jesse's-
inspiration to reroll.
okay.
I suck.
So with the 17, at least you're consistent. Who all is nearby? I'm going to just see how far away people are in feet. Cool.
Yeah, Bryn's nearby. Don't know how nearby, but
Right.
we can roll something.
So we're going to roll the 5 1,000. So you can be up to 1,000 feet away. All right, so no one is within 200. Well, one person is within 200 feet of you, and that is Saphira and Sison.
Oh yeah, Sison, sorry.
So, Ruzid, as you collapse unconscious in this fog, no one hears you. You simply go limp and lay down. You are asleep.
Curled up with a nice book, I hope.
If the
Oh,
camera
on the
pans down into the fog, he's currently curled up next to the corpses of several people that were hidden beneath the fog,
Oh my.
who fell asleep here and never woke up again.
Unideal.
However, your tail is back outside, so you didn't make it all the way in.
Okay.
That's really
something to work
convenient and also totally plausible for how that could go.
His tail is really long.
Assuming I haven't seen this and I've kind of been spreading away from other people, once it seems like I'm kind of alone, I want to go look up Kendall.
You're going to go look up Kendall. Awesome. Cool. So as you
thank
go
goodness.
looking for information on the individual is known as Kendall, there's not a book labeled Kendall. What exactly are you looking for?
That was my first hope, I'm going to be honest.
A biopic, an autobiography.
Listen, you never know what you might find. I don't know. And she's been described as a spirit. I look at spirits or ghosts or like enchantresses or any sort of like home that would mention magical creatures, powerful ones, anything like that.
Okay. You can find an entire section on them. And I do mean by section, it's easily 100 feet by 100 feet, just chock full of books. So I'm going to need to get you to roll an investigation check. With a 20, I'm going to ask for any details you have on Kendall.
Okay. Let me go back to my notes. This is also a little bit difficult because I've heard some things which you said some I wouldn't have heard when they were telling me. So some bits I don't know what they wouldn't have been able to tell me because they said it as characters but couldn't have said it, or they said this players but couldn't have said this characters.
Okay.
So I guess just I'll go generally. Most of the fact, what I know is she's some sort of powerful spirit that has some sort of very powerful charm to her. I don't even know if it's magical, but some sort of just powerful ability to draw people in. There's clearly something wrong with it because people clearly feel wrong and almost enchanted in some ways and then can't talk negatively about it. But I've never seen her distinctly do anything evil, but she makes deals like a fae of some sort.
Okay.
Hey, as far as Sazin has, I think that's about it.
Cool. So as you go searching with the 20, you're going to try to find the enchantments and various tomes that talk about charming people and manipulation. In them, you're going to find a description of someone who matches the description of Kendall. Beautiful, attractive, charming, and manipulative. There's a variety of them in this, ranging from fey creatures like what you would expect, to succubi, evil spirits, succutants, which are, for those who don't know, Caribbean vampires. It's a pretty wide list. As far as Kendall herself, you don't see the name Kendall. However, you do see a picture that looks like the description of Kendall. And in the picture, it is captioned with this name. Daphnis.
Interesting. Is there any other information? It's just a picture and a caption?
As you read through that, It says that this is a powerful succubi, one of the primary charmers of the Nine Hells, one of sisters, an entire coven of them that made their way to Toivoa and was lost when their guardian was slain. Their captor was removed, and now they roam free across Toivoa, doing as they will.
Interesting. Is there any mention of who the Guardian was? Who or what?
It does not have that name on there. However, the name of one of the other sisters is Renita, and the other name is Zysesha. I've always had a hard time saying this one, but it's an established character.
I'm going to take the book, put it in my
Okay.
bag.
Cool. As you take the book, you can feel something crawling around inside of the spine of the book.
Oh, I'm gonna try and shake it out.
Okay. Out falls a small beetle, no bigger than a half inch, covered in glue.
You know, it's probably just eating the glue of the spine, but I'm nevertheless going to activate Divine Sense, just to make sure.
Okay. As you cast Divine Sense to detect your evil area around you, the books around you radiate themselves as celestial, fey, fiend, undead. Each of these books is tainted by the author that wrote these books. The book you hold in your hand is celestial in origin. The beetle, however, is none of these.
All right, that's fine. I'll put the beetle back on the shelf.
You put the beetle on the shelf.
Yep.
All right. As you doom the books to future bookworms, is there anywhere else you'd like to go?
I'm just gonna keep on perusing at the moment. See, I guess eventually what other people are up to, but in no rush.
Okay. And for the record, if you ever see a beetle in a library, please kill it.
Oh, I would. Sazen wouldn't.
Right.
Out of curiosity, what's the name of the book I picked up?
The book you've picked up is The Veil Breaker, The Secrets of Dark Realms.
Interesting. Thank you very much.
And it does go into other things, including how they seduce people and the kinds of deals they make.
I might explore it later to get some history and more information about what she is and what she might want.
Sure. Awesome. So we pan to Oshin. What is Oshin doing?
I am looking for anything that I could find. I think I tossed in the chat a bit earlier. I know that he kind of like long term would be interested in learning how to mesh kind of his ability to rage and magic. So I don't know if there would be any like history of people that have done similar things, or if it's more groundbreaking, or if not, then just kind of things that might help him with his intelligence, similar to what Wayne found.
Okay. You will find a place where a tome of intelligence would be, but it is missing.
Okay.
You will also find stories of the human become god named Kyofu.
Right.
Who once was a wizard who raged. He became the god of magic and now rules from Uthurg, where his high temple is. The temple itself is filled with traps and puzzles to boggle the mind and confuse the soul in order to test those who enter to prove that they are worthy of the knowledge of the magic that he provides.
All right. So now that he's that, I think that he will just kind of be consumed in reading that while he's here.
Okay. Some of the things that it will describe include the fact that the Temple of Kyofu rises to the clouds and is protected by celestials on top, where a final test is to be held. The tears of Kyofu are kept in a basin at the top.
Okay.
The tears are used to provide people with great boons.
Right. So, yeah, he'll just be taking notes on that as we go.
Awesome. Mr. Gemflower, what would Bren be looking into?
So Bryn is definitely going to start by looking for information that would help us face Sigeos.
Okay.
It's not clear if there's ever been another dragon like him, because he's a rainbow dragon, which it might be a unique kind of dragon. It might also be something that he invented if he was originally a human and then turned himself into a dragon. So Bryn is going to be looking for information on rainbow dragons specifically, but more broadly just about different kinds of dragons, or maybe people who turned themselves into dragons. Really, whatever comes up.
Cool. So let's roll your investigation, please.
Sure, we can do that. Investigation. Actually decent at that. 19.
Cool. So as you go looking, you're going to find a book that is labeled The Blackened Tome of Forgotten Souls. And we'll just go and put that in chat for you here.
That's not ominous at all.
And this is in the Draconic section.
Okay.
And as you read through it, it does have several tellings of people who were dragonborn, created from fallen dragons, and turned into reptilian creatures by their own rituals. Others who their beings were created by powerful sorcerers who used draconic bodies to create dragonborn. There are other tellings of people transforming themselves into dragons. It's a very wide list. And then in the middle of it, there is a dog-eared page.
Really?
Yes.
What are the contents of that page?
As you look at the page, the words begin to shimmer and shine like silver on the page. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Oh,
Or be
good.
forced to read them.
Okay.
You're shooting for a
well, let's-
20.
Oh, that's not good. 10% chance. Not even close.
All right.
All right.
So I'm going to send these directly to Walker in Discord so that he can read
right.
these for us.
Cool. I'm perfectly happy to cut away while I read these if we want to cut away to somebody else.
Oh, no. You're
Oh,
reading
no,
them
you are.
aloud.
Oh, am I sharing it with the group?
Yes, with the recording, we're going to have you read these.
Okay. So the book reads, Bryn is probably not going to say this to hang on, is Bryn speaking this out loud?
Out loud, not in your Discord server. And
Okay, so Bryn so Bryn is forced to speak these words out loud.
indeed,
Okay.
you have to
Okay.
incant these.
Okay. So the rest of the party is not going to hear this, but Bryn speaks, in shadows deep where death does creep, I call to thee from restless sleep. Kava, fierce of dragon skin, arise once more, let war begin. With scales as black as starless night, thy sword, thy shield, a dreadful sight. In armor clad with eyes of flame, undead you come to heed thy name. By blood of dragon, bone of man, through ancient pact fulfill the plan. From dust and ash, your form takes flight to serve again beneath the light. O Kava, warrior lost in time, return once more in death's cruel rhyme. Your sword shall taste the blood anew as shadows rise and skies turn blue. Come forth, O Kava, fierce and bold. In death's embrace your power holds. By my command you shall be free to fight again eternally.
And with that, an earthquake hits the library. All of Toivoa rumbles. All the campaigns will be experiencing this earthquake.
I love how often we mess up the other groups.
As Kava is reborn in Toivoa.
You're saying now we have 2 massive evil dragons running around that are world breakers?
No. Worse.
Oh, lovely.
This is not a world breaker. This is someone who you could consider to be a friend in your efforts against dragons.
All dragons?
All dragons.
Oh. Well, the way this is going,
As well
we
as
might lose ours
all
pretty soon.
spellcasters as well.
Oh no.
One BBEG at a time, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, can they line up?
So, for the
We'll make
record,
our
I
way.
will go ahead and just because it's fun to show you guys art, we'll show you the art of Kava.
Is the implication that they have arose but not here, just somewhere?
Correct.
Okay.
So, this is Kava.
What did we learn about reading random books?
Well, he didn't want to. He rolled his wisdom saving throw. It
Was
was
that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
good. What's your question?
We wouldn't know in character, but from how you described the armor we saw here, and I don't think that they were all there. Does that look like?
Negative.
Okay.
It is a different suit of armor, different style completely. This suit of armor that Kava is wearing is far more ancient than the suits of armor of resistance from the other room.
Man,
Okay.
it's even nicer.
For the
No.
record, Bryn is not going to tell anybody what just happened.
Understood.
Coward.
Nobody
All
was
felt that
around to
earthquake,
hear
Bryn.
it.
You'll never hear the end of it if you
He
do.
was compelled to read a passage from a book, and then there was an earthquake. So whatever just happened was probably bad.
They might not be correlated. Maybe that was a random earthquake right after you finished reading.
You can probably blame it on somebody else. We wouldn't have assumed it was you in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
we would assume pretty much anyone else first.
Have you tried gaslighting?
Not yet.
He already did, Sizen. You fell for it.
Damn it.
So we've already had 2 people starting a train wreck. Tati doing her searching, and she found like a secret bookcase. You know, you pull one and
Oh, she's rotated through a
open.
bookcase? Understood.
Oh,
But
weird. I just found a poem that immediately reseals this guy. That's really convenient.
Wow.
Yeah, that's real convenient. For the record, Tati is dealing with some real life stuff. Apparently, Dinner and her did not get along.
I understand. I was just for the sake of tracking her characters.
Sure.
Has she summoned a creature too, or is she just sort of
She is
wandering?
not. She's just exploring and enjoying looking at all of the displays throughout the library.
Gotcha.
Tati's probably putting on masks and talking to herself extensively. Technically, she's talking to her cousins and uncles and aunts and grandparents, etc. But to the casual observer, she's just talking to herself with schizophrenia.
So how long has Ruzid been kind of out of sight for
Well,
everyone at this point?
At this point, this is all happening concurrently.
Right.
And so I need to hit one more person before we continue. Saphira,
Mhm.
what are you up to as you are unattended?
All right. So I need it to be made clear that I am not looking for the dangerous sections, the obvious things that you should not touch, because I'm being good and not touching the things that you should obviously not touch.
Understood.
I would, however, like to look. I want to see if there's maybe a section that's more obscure than the others. Just knowledge
Certainly.
that isn't necessarily more dangerous, just people don't seem to have a reason to seek it out.
Understood. As you make your way towards what looks like an untouched section, all the books are on the shelf. The couches and cushions here are covered with blankets. It's very obvious that no one's been in this section for many, many years. The spines of the books here are all gilt with gold. From floor to ceiling, the collection is immense. But each of the books seems to be not much more than a 16th of an inch wide. Maybe a quarter. They're very small books as far as thickness goes, but each one of them is easily a foot tall. You have an entire collection. However, because of the narrow spines, there's not enough room for text to tell you what the titles are. Can I get you to please... Would you... Let's see here. How to phrase this. Would you investigate what one of these books is?
I would. The first thing I would do, I would just kind of, like do that thing where you just kind of pull it a little bit off the shelf, see if there's anything on like the front cover.
Understood. So as you pull out the first one, there are 3 earth sign creatures all looming over a young lady with long golden hair. They
Am I
look
in
to
the
be...
children's book section?
You are in the children's book section, yes, sir.
This is where
Okay,
is
I
it Farm
am just-
Boiler's wife?
I'm
go?
going to.
Or
I'm gonna take a bunch of these books. I'm gonna go over to the blankets. I'm going to make an awesome pillow fort out of them.
Understood. As you collect your golden books, for those who don't know what golden books are, they're amazing and classics from like the 80s and earlier. You're able to put together a pillow fort. I do need to get your sleight of hand check, though, because everyone knows that constructing a pillow fort is all about the sleight of hand and getting the sheets and blankets to balance properly with the cushions.
And because I take this thing very seriously, I'm going to give myself guidance on it.
Understood? So it's a 24. You have established a defensible position against anyone with a pillow. You will also have stealth.
This is huge.
You will also have advantage on stealth checks while within your pillow fort. Saphira, this is the first time you have felt this feeling since you left home.
Need some pillows on
This
the.
will be like.
Need to get some pillows for the ship.
Cool. Ruzid, you're unconscious and asleep. Can I get you to roll... Oh, let's start off with 1d12. Just to determine how long before someone notices. How many hours? So 4 hours go by before anyone realizes that Ruzid's not responding or doing anything. Coin, you've been studying your maps. Everyone else has been engrossed in their own activities.
Didn't Ruzid exclaim before he went in the tunnel about
Right.
this, though? Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, but then
Just
we
wanted to
found
make
good
that clear.
books.
And no one responded to that, if you recall.
I thought we had the
engrossed.
telepathic bond up, did we not?
Yes, and no one responded.
I mean, yeah, no one responded. Ruzid didn't really care, but people certainly would have.
Heard you.
potentially could have heard it.
Yep.
That's all I'm just trying to clarify.
Yes, sir. So,
Coin will
guys,
spend 4 hours on the Tome of Understanding.
understood?
Yeah, on the off chance, I would want to look for a manual of bodily health as well, just because we are in the library.
Okay. You go looking for a manual of bodily health. Can I get your investigation check, sir?
Odds are low with this, but let's see it.
And this is the Constitution one, correct?
This is the Constitution one.
The Constitution one, you're unable to find it. But the camera does.
That's fine. I'll ask the librarian for help. Oh, right.
All right. Kato sucks as a librarian. All right. So, after 4 hours, you guys realize it's been really quiet.
Coin's gonna shut the Tome of Understanding.
Yeah, Coin, there is 0, you cannot possibly save against this. Okay? Just for the record. I very rarely do this, because we agreed that saving throws are cool. However, the sense of ominous foreboding washes over you as you have not heard from Saphira or Ruzid for 4 hours.
Okay. Coin's gonna do some stretches. He's gonna prepare. He's not actually preparing anything, but what's the name of that monk spell that brings people back from the dead? He's thinking about that. Hand of Ultimate Mercy.
Okay?
He's just memorizing. How do I do that again? I feel like I'm gonna need to know that soon. Oh well. As he brushes up on that, he's gonna start wandering, specifically looking for. I think he figures Ruzid's gonna be the easiest to see.
Sure.
So he's gonna start with Ruzid. Call it an investigation check.
Understood.
Coin's gonna wander to what I assume is a bathroom,
Okay.
and he's gonna go. Not there. I should probably look a little longer. And with a lucky roll, he's gonna get a 14.
Okay. You know where he said he was, so you will find Ruzid's tail end sticking out of a long hall.
Is there any, like, you said there's like a fog. Is there like a visible fog that I see?
You can see the visible fog down the hall. Ruzid is halfway into it before he fell asleep. You can tell he is breathing, but his draconic form is currently asleep.
Oh, okay. Coin's going to take his rope dart. He's going to sling it at Ruzid's tail. He's trying to sort of spin it around his tail using the weight to latch it, and then he's going to pull Ruzid out. You can call it an unarmed strike,
Sure.
since it is flying at Ruzid, but he's trying to do a monk grab.
Cool. You grab a hold of his tail. How much can you drag?
I mean, I'll give you the exact number. Push,
Sure.
drag, lift, 390 pounds.
Unfortunately, we know for a fact that Ruzid weighs far more than 390 pounds.
He's in his big form, right?
Correct.
Oh boy.
I mean, shouldn't that make it easier since he's already dragon?
I don't.
So, Coin, you're unable to
here.
budge the massive Ruzid.
Oh yeah, he's trying, but not gonna have any luck here. He's gonna
Reposted.
think about. He's gonna think for a second. If I were to create a pulley system, it wouldn't really work. I was trying to think if there's like a banister I can wrap the rope around and then pull it at an angle, but I still don't think, because he's like over a ton, right?
Right.
Uh,
He's closer to 2.
yeah.
Okay. This might be easier if I go
Yeah,
get
that's
Sason
4,000 pounds.
and
Yeah,
Oshin.
Okay.
It is-
I just didn't know if you were saying 2 tons or like 2,000.
2 tons, 4,000 pounds. Yeah.
Wayne's gonna go try to find Oshin and
Sure.
Sason.
Okay. They're not hiding in a pillow fort, so I would assume that it's fairly easy to find them.
Yeah, I'm just wandering now.
So you
Hey,
can
guys.
easily hear his clanking.
Rizid knocked out.
Ruzid, what?
Knocked out.
Should we get everyone together? That sounds bad. How do you quietly knock out a dragon?
I think we're definitely gonna need the two of you. Saphira would be good too, but I can't find her anywhere.
Have you looked for Bryn?
I haven't heard from him. Ruzid was the first I looked for, and I just found him face down in a pool of fog. So
Okay, splitting up time's over. Let's go get him and then find everyone else.
Yeah, let's just go get Ruzin.
Yeah, I mean, it's where we know one person is.
All right. So,
Quinn will lead him back.
no problem. The library does not shift. You are easily able to find your way back.
Mhm.
You find Ruzid's tail end sticking out of this hallway that just stretches into the darkness, but has fog that comes up to your knees.
Coin's rope dart is still tied to his tail,
Okay.
and he's gonna say, like, I think we should sort of like tug award this.
I could try and dispel it first to see if you can just walk out.
I mean, you're welcome to try.
I'm gonna. Oh, wait, I'll have to touch him for this. Yeah, no, we're good. I'm going to dispel magic on Ruzid.
Cool. Ruzid, your eyes flutter open for just a moment, but the fog is still there, so I need you to make a new wisdom saving throw, as you are still inside of it.
It's +2 more, so it's to 21. So
You
I
also-
can-
my bonus,
Plus
you're
he's
fine.
next to you. So you're able to withdraw should you choose to as you succeed.
You
Ruzid
still
take-
feel. Go ahead.
Ruzid like wakes up, like, "Hey, what happened?"
I feel we were gonna ask.
You feel
You can
Coin
beat that
tugging
guy.
on your tail with his rope dart.
You really got me. You got me moving. And Ruzid's gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. You pull your head out of the foggy hallway.
I don't know, like the hallway, it looked like it was like poison or something, and I can breathe poison like it's air, but it's not poison. It like put me to sleep. But it's a different type of poison, like the type of poison that does actually make me, go to sleep randomly or die.
Is this an intended fixture, or is there a gas leak around here?
Like I said, if there was a gas leak, I would have been fine.
Let's come back and check this out in a minute. We just haven't heard from everyone else. We should go find them before we start exploring anything.
Oh, I'm glad you found me.
Yeah,
We might know what this fog is.
Can you tell what it is?
I figured if there's anyone to ask, it's the guy who understands magic better than most of the party. So Coin's
I
gonna...
look at it too
Sure.
while we're here. Is that an Arcana or
Yes.
what? Okay, I didn't know if it would be some type of. Oh, well that.
So with a 20, this is a magical sleep spell. It is a permanent one that exists on this entire hallway.
Is there a way, like if a spell's permanent, can you create like a high enough level dispel to get rid of it, or
Theoretically, yes, but it would usually involve a whole bunch of multiple casters, because in order to make something permanent, you have to cast 365 times in the same space.
Okay.
So
Well,
technically,
I'll-
yes, but exceedingly difficult.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll obviously tell everybody else that was here, and then we can go find Bryn.
Okay.
Maybe there's something cool back there, though. I bet Syson could brave his way through it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just putting you to sleep, I don't really think that's going to do anything to me, so I could probably just go through, but let's check it out in a minute.
Yeah, you don't care about sleep, do you?
Nah, doesn't really do anything.
Cool. So, you guys go looking for Bryn. Awesome. We're going
Yeah.
to pause the camera for a moment, because while you guys are discussing that, we're going to pan the camera over to Bryn Gemflower, who is currently face down on the floor, head to the floor, correct? Not face down, but head to the floor.
That was intended to be under the table. But,
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We can. No, it's too late for that. Bryn would.
If you want to be under the table, we can do it under the table. That's fine.
Bryn would choose not to share the.
Very
So
well.
far, nobody knows anything about what's happened,
Right.
and we're gonna keep it that way.
Very well.
So, yeah.
So the camera pans
Yeah.
and that's what it see, but our characters are still looking for you.
Understood.
Did
So,
we feel the
Take your time.
earthquake,
Take your time
by the way?
responding because I know you're running a session. But yeah, we're gonna figure out what kind of landmine we just stepped on before we share it with anybody else.
understood. That's going to take a lot of time for me to type out for you.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I-
No
If
rush
you'd
at all.
if
Have it on
you'd
my to-do
preferred,
list.
I depending on where Bryn is geographically, there's a scenario we wander into Saphira first.
Yes.
Did we, Eric? I know that he's keeping that to himself, but like
Yep.
feel the earthquake that happened.
Yes, you felt an earthquake.
Okay.
Hey, there was an earthquake while I went to sleep.
You didn't
Was
notice?
that heavy?
Oh, you did. Of course you didn't. You slept through it.
I thought you were suggesting I shook up the place.
Maybe when you fell, it just.
I
shook.
kind of thought, but the earthquake lasted way longer than you hitting the ground.
It's the
Damn,
aftershock.
I'm just that mighty, I guess.
I'm gonna make you some kale smoothies when we get back.
Yeah, for the record, Bryn, it's a long, long story. So,
Will it make me?
I figured as much, and that's fine.
I'm glad.
Unless I'd say if it immediately becomes urgent
Relevant.
and relevant to the party, feel free to share.
Understood.
But yeah,
This
yeah.
was more of an event that I needed to establish across Toivoa as happening, and you just so happened to be looking for books regarding dragon summoning, and, well, you failed the saving throw.
yeah. I kind of figured it's like, yeah, that this was something that eventually somebody was going to discover, and with a DC 20 wisdom save, like that's pretty clear that Eric wants something to happen. So, yeah, we will find out what the consequences are of that at some other time,
Yeah,
and that is okay.
going to be perfectly transparent, probably next campaign.
Sounds right.
I figured it's very plausible that it's that this is a problem that another campaign has to
Right.
deal with, and actually that would give an opportunity for Bryn to be an important NPC in that campaign
Indeed.
if he was the person who let this person loose. So I think that's awesome.
Cool.
But given the scope of the calamity that might have just happened, Bryn is definitely incredibly fortunate that nobody immediately
aware.
appears to have witnessed the event.
Right.
Um,
And are you
That's
cool with the way
so
we
a lot
handled
of
that?
We're gonna,
Where Bryn is today, he's not thinking about the guilt of what he's done. He's thinking, "Thank God, no one knows it was me."
I think the guilt is gonna be something that Bryn tries to wrestle with later, because if somebody, let's say that somebody
Yeah.
plants a landmine in a field with a nuclear bomb under it. If someone goes and steps on the landmine and detonates a nuclear bomb, you're gonna blame the person who set it up that way and not the
Yeah.
person who stepped on it. At the same
Sure.
time, Bryn could have taken more precautions. Like there was, full disclosure, there's one charge of Identify left. Bryn could have used it on the book.
Can't undo it.
And but that may or may not have prevented that from happening.
And we
but,
don't have the chrononacrum key either. Oh, it's real.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that if we don't have the chrononacrum key,
2 more days.
we could try and invoke a wish spell, but honestly, for story reasons, probably not. Let's just we'll keep it going, and this will be a secret that Bryn will definitely keep close to him for the immediate future.
Understood.
But that depends on what comes out of the legend lore.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So, as you guys go looking, I need you to roll an investigation check. Oh, sorry, perception check as you guys are moving along, trying to find Bryn. All right. Oshin, off to the right, as you guys are walking looking for Bryn, you spot a flash of white. And then a pile of pillows between two couches, covered with a blanket.
I love this.
And for the record, Sophia rolled a 25 on her stealth check.
Oh. So
Oh,
you barely saw her. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and sneak into her fort but without saying anything first.
Please roll your stealth check, sir. Saphira, perception, please.
You can't get it to 21.
You can't get to a 21. Understood. So with the 16, Oshin sneaks into the pillow fort.
I have to imagine Oshin is big enough that he's taken half the fort down with him on the way in.
I'm gonna sleight of hand check,
alone.
Oshin.
Yeah, probably. But who are we hiding from?
Saphira, you are startled as you get busted reading one of those really fun books about the little chicken and how it called to the sky to fall upon the village.
You little chicken, bring your wrath down upon your enemies.
I didn't know you could read, Saphira.
What do you... First of all, where did you come from? Second of all, you've seen me cast spells before. Like, I have a spell book.
Okay, I just never seen you read, so yeah. Nice.
You don't think that's the moral of Chicken Little? Was called down the sky upon the village?
This is
Yeah,
her
I
starting
think I
point.
remember that a
for
little differently.
Okay.
It's
If
all
I
up
had-
to interpretation.
Saphira, if I had inspiration,
Look, I think
know.
look, the death of the author theory of literature suggests that it is only the individual reader's interpretation that matters. Therefore,
So true. Bring that back.
Congratulations, you disproved that theory.
So if we want to get the real meaning behind the magical tales book, we have to kill Bryn.
Allegedly.
he'll just nail. Well, I guess if Satan's there, he's probably gonna be the one who's gonna get hit with the pillows. But
Death of the author requires confirmation of author.
you aim for center mass. I'll aim for his head. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna rise up and throw a pillow at Jason.
Sason!
Yeah.
Does Oshin throw one as well?
Yep.
Sason! These are unavoidable.
Yeah, they sure are.
You do not need to roll to hit. We are getting damage on these. Because they will hit him. So, as you are bludgeoned for 6 damage,
I have
Saphira,
resistance to this damage.
you have resistance to bludgeoning damage?
Well, if they're throwing them, if they're just swinging them, that's different.
Okay. They are thrown, is what I
Important
heard.
Distinction.
Yeah, we threw him.
Yeah, I'm throwing.
Okay, so you're on strike, please, Saphira. And you do get your sneak attack damage on this, especially since you're critically struck.
I wouldn't really be sneak attacking. Like, it'd just be
Bull
Sure you
honky,
would.
you said we're going to attack in 3, 2, 1.
You're in a
I
pillow fort.
support it.
okay.
Is hang on.
Okay.
Is pillow damage tracked differently from hit point damage?
We're going to see. Emotional damage will absolutely be tracked separately.
Not if you put books inside of it.
Sneak attack.
All right, so
Wait, is
Sison,
this a finesse? Is the pillow a finesse weapon? Wait.
I would say so.
It's a ranged weapon.
Yep, it's a
Yes,
ranged
it is
weapon.
a range.
weapon.
You're right. Yeah. No.
So, Sison, you are critically struck for 48 plus 29 would be 77 plus 2. So, total 79 damage cut in half to 39, sir. As a pillow impacts you.
You didn't say we were gonna hit him that hard.
Thunk! Saphira learned from her siblings how to pillow fight.
I'm imagining this pillow striking me and just blowing up, like absolutely
Oh,
destroying.
the pillow's gone. It's just feathers.
Sorry, Jason. I meant to throw one of the regular pillows, not the one that they already put books in.
Oh no!
Why was there a knife in it?
It was a bookmark.
Sometimes.
Bookmark.
Exactly. I got to
I'm-
a place.
I'm gonna stalk over. I'm coming right up. I'm grabbing a pillow from your
I'm
hand.
going
I'm
to-
casting Shining Smite on it.
I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Oh no, you don't. You get back here.
Please roll your attack roll, Sason.
I will counterspell you back, so help me.
Ruse is gonna be like, I will destroy this pillow fortress! And then he's gonna sweep his tail across the whole thing.
Saphira, the pillow fort is now destroyed like the spa at the Broken Mug. Sison, with a 10, you critically miss Saphira.
I know where you're
So
hiding from,
fast.
Saphira. You're hiding from me! You're scared of this dragon.
Alright, you get Oshin, I'm getting Saphira.
I didn't hit you that hard.
No, that's why I'm sending Ruzid after you.
I'll go get Tati, and Coin walks away.
Who's getting Bryn? Has anyone seen him?
So, Oshin, you're being chased down by Sason. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm going for Saphira.
You're going for Saphira? Okay. So, Oshin, you're being chased down by Ruzid.
Okay. I am going to just cast Greater Invisibility on myself and take off running.
Cool. Ruzid, do you have any
Ruse can see
response?
through that.
Oh,
Ruse
you
can
can?
see through- yeah, he has blind
Oh.
sight. GP.
I thought. Well, yeah, I didn't know that, so
Yep.
he wouldn't have known that.
Learning,
Ruse-
it's learning experience. So,
Who's gonna
scratch
take
off the spell
after him?
slot. Ruzid, what would you like to do?
Try to grapple him.
You're going to try to grapple him, okay? Please roll your athletics
Actually,
check.
Not very good at grappling in this form, but it's for fun.
Sure.
We'll do like this much.
A 17 athletics. I need you to roll your acrobatics or athletics, Oshin. Oshin slips
Ooh.
free.
Ooh.
All right. We pan to Sison chasing after Saphira. Saphira, Saphira would normally go first here. So, Saphira, are you running or what you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm running as fast as I can. So I'm getting. So on the first turn, I'd have 60 feet because I'd use my action to disengage. But then after that, I'm just dashing, so I'd be moving 90 feet per turn.
Okay. So, Sison, I think she's going to outpace you.
She would, unless I can summon up my Pegasus, which should be nearby.
You're going to summon the Pegasus in the library.
Yeah, Ruzid's in here. I assumed it was kind of walking around with me at some point.
That's perfectly fine. Awesome.
That has 90 feet of fly speed, which it can then dash for 180 feet.
So you're going to be able to still not keep pace with Saphira because she's going to be moving at 90 feet 3 times per turn.
Oh no, that's 90 feet total.
Oh, 90 feet total. Okay. So yeah, you're going to catch Saphira no sweat. Sason, you catch up to Saphira. What would you like to do?
You know, I think I'm gonna hit her with command. I just need to think about what spell I'm dropping for this, or what command. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with stop, so I can get right next to her and get ready to just drop a pillow on her head.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, please, Saphira.
I cannot make a 21.
Awesome. Cool. Saphira stops.
I can make even close to it.
I'm just gonna walk up and place the pillow on your head, and then turn and walk away.
Okay. As the pillow is now propped between your horns, Saphira, you have been crowned Queen of the Pillow Forts.
Ah!
Next time, I'm gonna get the first hit in. I swear.
Next,
You can tell yourself that.
tell yourself that. As the fight continues, as Ruzid is chasing down Oshin. Oshin, what would you like to do?
That clearly did not work, so I'm just going to drop a hold person on Rusid.
He's not a person right now.
Oh, you're right.
So your spell fizzles.
You know, I'm really freaking out and just not thinking about what I'm trying to cast.
Right?
This is classic book smart and no like actual experience.
I can
Yep.
see you.
You would think book smart is relevant here, but somehow not.
Yeah. So he's just gonna like kind of be sprinting down the aisleway and just shooting back without
Okay.
looking at wherever Ruzin was.
Opportunity attack, Ruzin. Should you choose to take it?
Sure, I'll try to grapple him again.
Gonna
Why
try to
not?
grapple him. Okay. Athletics check or acrobatics, Oshin. Gotta be a
Why not
14.
succeed?
Yep. Oshin makes it away. Ruzid, it is now your turn as you chase towards Oshin as he's casting spells frantically and ineffectively at you.
I'm gonna keep chasing, trying to grapple him.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a big hug.
I can't
You
fail.
can't fail that. As you reach out to try to grab him, he slips free, Ruzid.
Hey, you want a hug?
Oshin?
I'm not even answering. He's just like booking it.
Okay.
Huh.
Oshin, what would you like to do? Just run him?
Now I'm just gonna hit him with a slow.
Okay. Need a wisdom saving throw, please, Ruzid?
Two wisdom. Okay. Gonna be +9. Fail.
Okay. So you are slow as Oshin will escape your grasp. All right. That's no fun, Ruzid.
Bruce Bob's gonna take another nap at this point.
Understood.
Back to the fog.
Bryn!
Yes.
Coin knows what's going on, but you can hear in the distance, a good 200 feet away, the smashing of a Pegasus rampaging through the library along with a giant dragon. You
Oh,
hear the clatter
all
of
right.
books and various accoutrements smashing into the floor.
All right. Bryn is going to take his worry and guilt and concern for the fate of the universe and put it in a little box and keep the little box in a corner.
In another
Earlier.
little box. In
Yeah,
another little
we're
box.
gonna
My
put a little box
memory
in
and
it,
delete the
and
boss
it's
from
another box.
existence.
Yeah.
No, we're not deleting the box. We're gonna unpack the box later. We're just putting the. We're gonna put the little box aside, and Bryn takes just a second to decide: do I keep the book with me, or do I leave it here? And Bryn is going to decide that the best place for this book is to put it where
Would you rather
nobody
the
would ever find it, which is exactly where it was on the shelf.
Okay.
And so yeah, Bryn's gonna and he's going to undog-ear the page that has the
Understood.
dog-ear on it. He considers tearing it out, but he doesn't want any incriminating evidence.
Sure.
So he's just gonna undo the dog-ear and put the book back on the shelf. And then
As you go to put the book on the shelf, Bryn, and this is unfortunate for anyone who's ever had a dog-eared book with a page in the middle, it won't completely close.
Yeah, you can always tell.
it's
At least for a while.
can I close it firmly enough that it'll fit back on the shelf?
Oh, it'll
Or is
fit
it,
easily on the
like-
shelf.
Okay.
But if anyone ever pulls it out, if you've ever seen a dog-eared book, that
Oh, yeah.
gap is going to be there.
No, it's not a complete. We might have to come back later and see what we can do to hide the evidence. But for now, we're just gonna put it back on the shelf. Nobody was ever here.
For the record, guys,
Are
never
the
dog-eared
shelves-
books. Just saying.
Are the?
I still need to get a
actually, no, it's
bookmark.
Terrible.
I need a knife.
Are the aisles numbered in any way?
Not numbered, but they are labeled.
Okay, Bryn is going to look around for the aisle. He's going to try and he wants to be able to trace his footsteps
Understood.
back to this exact point.
Valid.
So,
You'll
Like,
recognize where
when
you're
you
at.
park your car, when you park your car in a big parking lot and you look around for the different, like what level you're on, and desperately try and remember it. Bryn is going to do that.
For the record,
And
just take a photo with your phone next time.
oh yeah, I do that, but Bryn doesn't have a camera, so
That's true.
he has to resort to the old-fashioned.
It's more fun to do a mnemonic device like P5. All right, I got to P5 times to find my car. You know, like that kind of.
That is fun.
And Bryn, the last thing Bryn is going to do is decide whether to leave something behind as an excuse to come back. But he decides he's going to gamble that he'll be able to find his way back because he doesn't want to leave any leave a personal effect, and then if like someone else from the party stumbles across it, they'll know where he was.
Valid.
Very
So
noble.
Bryn is going to sneak, go towards the sound of the disturbance, but he's going to, very selfishly, because the party might be in danger, Bryn is going to take a few extra seconds and move a few aisles laterally before going towards the source of the disturbance to disguise his direction of approach and make it look
Understood.
like he was coming from somewhere else.
Got it. Obfuscating
and,
his origin.
Yes. And Bryn recognizes that taking a few extra seconds, that's probably like the equivalent of like an extra round or two of combat. And
I'll say
he
one.
realizes that delaying his arrival, if the party's actually in danger, the telepathic bond is long expired. Like, this could be the difference between victory and defeat. But he does it anyway. And fortunately for him, it sounds like the party's just having a pillow fight. But
Roll an insight check, because there's a Pegasus and a rampaging dragon. That doesn't sound like pillow fight.
I mean, once Bryn gets there.
Oh, once he gets there,
he'll figure out what's
yes.
going on. But for now, he rolls an 18.
Yeah, it's a pillow fight. They're rambunctious.
It's a great word.
All right. Well,
They're they're horsing around. At least they say.
that's yeah. Eric comments that my Bryn's box of guilt is going next to another box of guilt.
No, I didn't say next to. I said we're just not dealing with it like we did the other one.
Oh, I misunderstood. Well, regardless of size, this one's substantially larger.
Okay.
But we're gonna.
Are you sure?
We'll pack it away and come back to it. I think so.
You know what I'm referencing?
One of two things.
Nope, just one thing.
Well, you're referencing one thing, but I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
I have two candidates, and both of them are significantly smaller than whatever Bryn just unleashed. Because it's either you're thinking either of the secret we told to
The secret.
what's his
Yeah,
name,
that's the one I'm talking about.
or Sitnoff dying,
That-
which are both like way smaller boxes than than this.
I don't know. That depends on perspective.
Bryn is a fairly utilitarian perspective, and I
Sure.
think that's informing the size of his guild.
Very well.
Because other failures might have been personal failings, but they didn't negatively impact anybody.
Valid.
Whereas this one definitely will.
Like that Simpsons quote, like biggest failure of your life so far.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so you're able to find the crew. Everyone can get recollected together, except for Coin, who's looking for Tati. Coin, can I get a perception check, please?
He's dragging his hand across shelves, knocking, assuming Tati is just inside a wall somewhere.
Okay.
And yeah, I will roll.
With a 27, you're able to find the specific book that has a fingerprint on it that allows you to pull it and rotate the shelves to find Tati in an enclosed area that has all sorts of lab equipment. Hey, Coin, check this out!
This is a lot. Oh, I wonder how much this could translate into potion ingredients.
Well, not a lot of ingredients, but there's some potions over here on the wall. You want to go check them out? I mean, I don't know what they are. I was about to ask my cousin.
Oh, these have just been. Oh my god, these have been stewing for so long. They must be like really potent.
Maybe so. Why don't you check them out?
Coin's looking at what is like a shelf somewhere.
Yeah. There's a display case. It's got a little token lock. It looks like a curio cabinet or medicine cabinet. That the DC 5 to unlock. You can do it easily.
Are they labeled? Are they?
Yes, they are labeled.
Okay, Coin's going to. Is it a DC 5 to like unlock it?
Yes.
Okay, with sleight of hand.
Sure. Cool.
10 passes.
Passes, yep. So you can go ahead and collect up to 10 potions of fire breath. There are 3 potions of invisibility. There are 6 potions of heroism. 2 potions of climbing.
Did you say 2 or 6?
2.
Climbing.
2 climbing.
2 climbing.
There are 14 potions of supreme healing.
Ooh la la.
Score! Oh, we needed that.
And there is 1 potion of water breathing. There is 1 potion of mind reading.
Okay.
And there was 1 more potion. Where was it?
And 6 potions of draconic majesty.
No. Nice try. And there's 1 potion of resistance
Hey, it's
against
not even for me. It's for
slashing
everyone else.
damage.
Ooh. Like stone skin.
Except
Alright.
for only slashing.
I typed it
Yeah.
all out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why
Okay.
don't you specify slashing resistance?
Yeah, slashing resistance should be on there.
Is there any indication in this cubby of whose this is? Like who owns this or who made this? Is there like a desk with, old papers from whoever used this place? That kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's some papers around. But that's not the check I want you to do, Coin. Coin, with your passive perception, you smell tobacco and marijuana and sood. You can
And bottom leaf?
bottom leaf
Oh my.
and a strong odor of various smokes and fungus. You've smelled this before, Coin. It's been
I
about
think-
a year.
Oh god. Oh god, Klein is visibly more and more distraught as he starts.
As you look
connecting
at the
dots.
papers, there's drawings here, Coin, that look awfully a lot like a grung in various states of vivisection.
Oh, my organs look way nicer than that. This is way off.
All of the grungs are wearing the same suspenders and loose pants.
Coin's gonna take a piece of like a pen, quill out of his pocket. Next to one of the drawings near the pants, he's gonna write the pants are now black, no longer red. And then I'll put his quill away. And then he'll
And you'll
dump
hear a wheezing cough from where Tati is standing.
Coin looks up.
It's been too long, Sea Toad Coin.
Yeah, it has. I can't say that your skin has aged well.
No. Listen, I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time.
Listen, if this is about this ship, that thing's long gone. I don't even have it at this point.
I'll take the new one. The flight risk. And
That
I'll
one,
decorate the figurehead with your skin.
it's gonna be a pretty high price, especially for the figurehead. I could probably knock off like 8,000 if you are willing to remove that, but even then, I think it's out of your price range.
Fine. You're in my laboratory. Do you really think I wasn't prepared for you to find it? It took effort. It took cunning. I set the gate within the bookshelves so that you would come here. While I may not be there myself, the bombs I have set within the bookcases and under the table will explode in a moment and render you and your friends destroyed.
Coin, I think he's beyond his sort of facetiousness. He recognizes the danger here, and he's going to attempt to activate Empty Body.
Okay.
Or to at least provide himself resistance.
Awesome. As you do so, you hear the pop hiss of the bombs beginning to explode. What would you like to do? Are you going to run out, or how are we going to act? You have one action. One turn here. What would you like to do? As Pitney Bones has opened a gate that you stepped through into her laboratory.
Coin is, in terms of action economy, he
Yes, sir.
would activate Empty Body while attempting a full flee
All right.
back out of the gate, essentially.
All right. So as you go out the gate, I'm going to pull up Empty Body. Can I get you to display it, please, for the party?
I will, but for this purposes, it's really just a resistance to all damage
Understood.
types and invisibility, but I don't think the invisibility matters. I will put it up in a moment.
Sure.
There's so many monk things that I have to scroll through to find it. Empty Body, right here.
Gotcha. So you become invisible. Awesome.
Yep.
Pitney Bones detonates the bombs within her laboratory, and as the explosion rocks outwards, how fast can you move, Sea Toad Coin?
Well, by doing Empty Body, I believe it's only 65 feet, because that I could technically
bonus action
also-
step of the wind.
correct. I could get it up to 130 total with a bonus action
All right.
step of the wind, which he would do.
Awesome. Cool. As you're able to escape, the explosion tears through the bookshelves, shredding the books and literature. How many of the potions were you able to collect before the explosion detonates? You are able to make it outside the blast range of 80 feet.
Technically speaking, I'd never conveyed that Coin interacted with them, only that he opened it.
Understood. Would you have grabbed any? No?
Knowing Coin, he would have grabbed at least one in each hand to read what they are, but I don't think he would have gotten more than that.
Cool. Which two would you like?
He wouldn't have much time to think about it, so I wouldn't either, but I would say a potion of supreme healing.
Okay.
Makes sense, he would grab one of those. And then the other one, I almost wanted to like do a roll check for a random color.
Okay.
Like
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
We'll just roll
There's 6 of them.
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6. What'd you get? Number 1. Awesome.
Fire breath. He
Fire
gets a
breath.
fire breath and a potion of supreme healing.
Gotcha. Cool. As you come running out, the bookcases behind you are destroyed. The gate will snap closed with an arcane pop. And the last thing you hear before it seals is the wicked laugh of Pitney Bone. I'll get you yet.
Coin seems unusually bothered by that interaction. And he won't have a snappy comeback back. He'll just sort of grumpily stuff these 2 potions in his bag and then walk away.
Please roll an insight check.
He will roll a 20.
You might want to be careful with them. They're Pitney Bones' potions. You're not sure if they're poisoned or not.
That's true. He's going to specifically separate them from, like,
Cool.
his potion. Like, he's
Sure,
making,
just label those as Pitney Bones' potions. Like
He's throwing
Pitney
some
Bones'
ink
Fire
on.
Breath.
Exactly. He will do that. Shake it off, dust it off, and then he's gonna go try to. Oh, wait. So then I really don't know where Tati is. Ah, crap.
Tachi comes around the corner. Coin, what was that?
Well, I'd say you tell me, but you clearly don't know either.
She looks
great
past you at
news.
the destroyed books. Aw, shit.
Pitney Bones.
Aw, crap. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I would love for the back of Coin's pants to be singed off like in an action movie, but I know that he has like his new favorite pants that he got from
Magic.
that, so I'm not going to suggest that happened.
Yeah, no, his ass cheeks would be visible if not for these magic pants.
Awesome.
We should probably go find everybody.
Yeah, especially if she's around.
I'm not gonna feel good letting people know that big of a threat's out there, but I'll have to tell them.
Right. All right.
Coin will.
You guys can recollect the whole party together. As you do so, you see that everyone's kind of had a bit of fun doing their pillow fight, and Saphira comes proudly walking along with a pillow stuck between her horns.
I was going to say, like, she still has the pillow on her head.
I'm coated in feathers.
He's just got feathers all over his tail.
Those
already
well,
there?
We everything
No.
good?
Yeah, what happened? There was like a big boom, and it wasn't me breaking everything.
Oh, so funny story. Pitney Bones, who is mostly bones, very little pit these days, tried to take a hit on me. She failed, obviously. But I have no idea how she got here, how she knew we were here. A lot of unended questions, but a coin's gonna fetch out 2 potions. He's gonna say, what sucks is I saw like a ton of supreme healing potions in there. I only managed to grab 1. But got something out of it.
Wait, where'd you find her? We should go chase her.
You know, I don't. You kind of blew it up, and I didn't really feel like going back in to check. But there is a hidden compartment, sort of like one of those fake bookshelves where you open it up. Seemed like she had a study here. You guys see her name in that guest book at all? Which would maybe be a history check for anyone that's read that.
I'm pretty sure there were like only 3 names in the history book, in the guest book.
No, there were many
Does it-
names. You guys looked at the first
Oh,
3.
there were.
Yeah.
The first 3 were
Okay.
notable
Right.
because they were way before the rest, but there were more names.
Correct.
Coin's gonna do a history check because he
Sure.
was there to check the guest book.
All right. Pitney Bones' name was in the book. However, it was not recently. It was several hundred years ago. About 3 to 4.
Okay, every second that we're still in here is money spent as far as I'm concerned. So I am more than ready to leave.
Well, there was the weird passage with a bunch of mist. Do you
Yeah,
want to
there's
check that
gotta
out?
be
first?
something cool at the end.
Yeah, that's sensitizing down there.
Listen, we've gotten some good stuff out of being here. We've only encountered like what, one, two-ish bad things with one person getting knocked out. Let's just go down there real quick, get out of here, go on to the next adventure.
I just had to take a mandatory nap. I mean, if anything, I just kind of feel a little more refreshed now.
Exactly. I could go for a long nap too. So,
Yeah, it was really tiring chasing you around.
yeah, I'm exhausted. We can just like lay down while Sizen goes and looks at it.
Yeah.
Ruzid, you're not going back in there. I don't want to have to drag you out or cast spells on you again.
That's what we were. That's the
It's
plan.
fine. Me and Oshin are gonna lay down together.
Yeah, but you guys can just take. Wait, hold up.
Uh-huh. That's what he said.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
Let them cook? What?
Let them cook.
Yeah, let them cook.
Yeah.
That's exactly something Saphir would say.
It is.
Hey, you know, like let Ruzin spit his game. Let him cook.
I think this is a terrible idea for the record, but if it'll speed up our process, then sure, let's go check out the hallway of infinite sleep.
I'll go with you too. I'll stay out of it, but you know, just another pair of eyes, just in case.
Yeah, you know, like it doesn't hurt to have people together at the very least as well.
Exactly.
I think the party
Do you
will
think
wander
Pitney
back.
Bones was responsible for that big earthquake earlier too? Man, I had to
You know,
my whole pillow fort all over again.
I bet she was trying to catch me somehow with that. She was trying to like throw me off my footing so she could stab me on the ground. That's classic Pitney Bones.
How dare she?
What kind of monster would cause an earthquake like that?
Oh, did she do that too?
Yeah.
Wait,
And then she
are
didn't
you sure
even
that's connected?
knowing Pitney
You are
Bones, she would
Pitney.
try to hide that from me.
I mean, it could have been a natural one. I don't really know much about the.
Or it could have been any
I'll
other
argue
type
that
of
with it.
monster. Who knows?
I guess so. I guess maybe a dragon was just, landing nearby.
Yeah.
I thought we already killed that dragon.
Yeah, that could be it.
Gotta be more out there, though.
Probably.
Or maybe, like, there was a dragon outside scratching his ear like a dog, and, like, every scratch caused an earthquake.
That would have to be a really big dragon coin.
I've seen some pretty big dragons in my day.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Hopefully this really big dragon is actually intelligent though. That would be a plus.
Let's just hope it's not out there when we leave.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Coin's gonna... I assume we're walking at this point back to the fog hallway.
Sure.
When we reach it, is this fog, like, does it encompass floor to ceiling? Did I hear that
Nope, up
correctly?
to your knees.
Okay, then Coin is there like scaffolding near the ceiling that Coin can
There's
sort of swing
not.
from?
It is a stone ceiling. It is a square hallway. Like,
Okay,
imagine a school hallway without doors on the sides.
fair point. But it's well documented that Coin can, climb
Walk
on
on walls,
walls
yeah.
and all that. So
Yeah. You want to go in together, Coin?
he's gonna nod yes, and then jump to the ceiling, stick
Hold
his
up,
hands.
wait. Before we go in, I'm gonna drop a bless on you, me, and I'll do Saphira as well.
Okay,
Perfect. Coin will stick to the ceiling,
cool.
and then
Bless will
spider
last
frog
for
across.
Bless will last for 1 minute.
Yeah, just in case anything really bad happens. I'll
Understood.
start waiting in while I'll get my sword drawn to give myself the magical resistance.
Cool.
Just in case.
Awesome. So as you step into the smoke, you feel drowsy, but your elven ancestry prevents you from falling asleep.
Very convenient.
So it's
I'll
like
keep going down the
it's
hall.
that NyQuil feeling, where your eyes are
Yeah, just a little floaty.
yeah. Just yeah. So, as they trigger yawns in everybody, you guys can go ahead. Man, it's so easy to
Almost
do.
got me.
Yeah.
Almost
I
got
did
me.
yawn.
It's a proven fact that you guys can it's one of the contagious behaviors that's out there.
Yep.
Saison, you're able to go through the fog and ignore
God
it.
damn it! I just yawned. Okay, continue.
Mind control from the GM.
Please continue.
No. Have mercy.
Next, so we can roll a natural 1.
Yeah.
Dude, I did that the other day with the Friday Night Lights. Would have been a couple months back. I'm like, it's a critical miss, and he rolls it into that one.
For my next trick.
Yeah. So, as you guys make your way, coins on the ceiling, not affected by the fog because he's not in it, and Saison because he can ignore it. Saison, as you're walking along, are you going in, Saphira?
Guess I'm gonna use the wings of flying to fly above it. Like,
Okay. Cool. As you guys make your way down the hall, you're able to occasionally bump into a variety of things, Saison. You'll hear the clatter of metal. You'll hear the shift of bones and fabric that you kick, as various creatures have died in this hall trying to get down it. They came in, held their breath, and fell asleep. Some of them tried to be resistant to the spell before finally succumbing. As you make your way deeper, the pathway ahead is blocked. Halfway up, you see the body of a dragon, skeletonized, but the skin still holding on. It is sideways in the hall, the head in the left-hand wall, the tail in the right. It tried to phase step through the hall. Fell asleep in mid-transfer, lost concentration on its phase shift, and died.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's a rough one.
As you continue going past, you're able to climb over it without too much difficulty. Coins on the ceiling still, and Saphira's flying. Bless will fade after a minute, and you can keep going. It's a long distance that you're going. You feel like you're going down, descending. You watch as the fog begins to cascade next to you as it becomes a ramp downwards. Would you like to continue going?
Is the fog like it has a surface, but the floor itself is getting lower? Like
Correct.
points on the ceiling, but he's getting closer to the fog.
No, the
because
fog.
is higher.
The fog will also follow the floor. It will stay within 3 feet of the
Okay.
floor.
I see.
What do we say? Keep going, or should we turn back and let people know? Probably should put up a Discord server.
Yeah, we now
You're
have
too
one
far
already?
from them now to do so.
Oh yeah.
It's been several hours because I think we had one up when we went into the library, but
Indeed.
it was It's been 4 hours since It's been 4 hours since then that we regrouped, and we did not put one up.
Eric, what's the estimate of how far we are from the entrance of this fog place?
Quarter mile?
Quarter of a mile. Okay,
Here, how long will your winds last?
not an hour.
I have an idea, but you two should cover your ears for a sec. Coin's gonna cast, I believe, Thaumaturgy to boom his voice up
Okay.
3 times. And
Awesome.
he's just gonna scream, "We're still awake! Still going!" And you'll hear it echoed all the way back to the beginning. You just hear
Unfortunately, they won't.
Coin. Well,
While your
ideally.
voice does transmit further, it only transmits about 40 feet, even being 3 times as loud.
Great, so I peaked my mic for nothing.
Well, I believe that
So
worked.
unfortunate.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
When we hit the 30-minute mark, we got to turn back for Saphira though.
Sure. After
Yeah.
After 15 minutes of walking total, you will see the end of the hall. There are spikes and metal bars across the hallway, forming a cage And beyond the cage, a pedestal with a green book that is emanating the green smoke.
Cage?
Probably fine, right?
Nothing bad could possibly happen. Just take it.
Listen, they said everything else that was evil was behind one of the, like, other barricades. This one looks completely different.
True.
So, could you describe again what's in here? That
It
we
is
see?
a book with green smoke coming out of it. It is resting on a little podium. It's pretty ominous looking.
But there's no barricade preventing us from.
There's a
interacting
cage
with it.
around it, but there's a door that is currently locked, preventing you from access.
I'll start with the divine sense.
Cool. You cast Divine Sense, which is going to allow you to know if celestial fiend or undead. None of those are present.
Well, it's not an undead book. That's the good news.
Whoa.
All right, let's put it to a vote. Do we try and pick up the book or not?
Well, hold on. Coin's going to. I need to double check. Sorry, I'm reading over. I swear I had like a spell that makes unlocked doors fling open. But I
No.
don't.
Thaumaturgy does
Thaumaturgy,
unlocked doors.
But the unlocked doors do that.
That's it. Well, Coin wanted to test it to see.
Sure.
He wants to see if it's unlocked without touching it.
Cool. As you use Thaumaturgy, the door slams open.
Well, that's good news.
Oh, okay, well, it's not locked, so. All right, I'll pick it up? Everyone okay with that?
Coin gives a thumbs up.
Okay.
All right. I'll go and pick it up.
Awesome. As you go to pick it up, the tendrils of smoke reach out to wrap around your hand, and you should make a dexterity saving throw, please. With a 12.
Is this a magical effect?
It is a magical effect.
I did state I'm holding my sword to give
Understood?
myself the resistance.
Cool. So that gives you advantage on the save?
Advantage, so it'll be a 23.
Cool. With the 23, you're able to pull your hand back before the book snaps shut. Would you like to pick up the book?
So it was open and now it's closed?
Affirmative.
Boy, that seems like a mistake. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, you pick up the book.
I'll read the cover.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that on the cover of it, there are 5 M's in a circle.
Is the mist still radiating from it?
No. The mist seems to be diminishing behind you. Slowly.
Interesting. Well, let's head out of here with this and see if Grin or someone can identify it, but let's be careful because it did try and grab me.
I seconded.
And yeah, I guess keep an eye out for anything neat on the way out. There's a lot of people here. I mean, honestly, Tati might want to give people their last rites.
Cool. You guys spend the
Okay.
15 minutes getting out of here. As you do so, the rest of the party is waiting for you at the entrance.
What do you find in there?
A very ominous book.
Damn.
What kind of book?
Well, it was the thing spouting the green mist. It was in a cage, but not locked. And it did kind of try and grab me when I picked it up.
So we
All
took
right.
it.
I have one charge of Identify left. Would you like me to take a poke at it?
I think that would be a great idea because this thing gives ominous energy in a lot of ways.
All right. Bryn will take out the wand of Identify and cast Identify on the cast Identify on the mysterious tome that belches green smoke.
There you go, sir.
All right. Ooh, that's an interesting. That's 5 M's. All right. This is the Magical Manual of Milfred's Magnificent Mansion, which is an incredible name. And yeah, basically it lets you cast the spell Magnificent Mansion, which I think has been since renamed Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. I'd have to check that. But yeah, I will. I'll share this with the group. This is pretty awesome. This was a good find, and it doesn't even require attunement. Or maybe this is not in the. I don't know. Anyway, it has all the rules for the spell are in the magical item. So, do I learn how many charges are in it?
Currently, there are 3 charges.
Oh, it's full. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. What is the duration of a Magnificent Mansion? 24 hours?
Yes, sir.
This is pretty insane. The only hiccup is that only the owner of the book can consume a charge to cast the spell. So I don't know what conditions are necessary to become the owner
So
of
we
the
can't
book.
all have our own mansions then? Man.
No, unfortunately not. Unless we, well, it has a maximum of 3 charges. So theoretically, there could be 3 of them at once. Although it is the same entity casting it, so casting again might cause the previous ones to go away. That's the kind of magical fuckery that I don't think we need to. Bless you. I don't think we need to experiment with too much. But yeah, this is a very powerful and extremely cool magical item.
Wow. So we shouldn't be concerned that it tried to grab us?
Oh,
Nah.
we should absolutely be concerned.
Also, the sleep thing does kind of surprise me. It doesn't seem like the type of thing that would put people to sleep.
Did you find more bodies in there? I think there were bodies because of the sleep spell thing.
Oh yeah, well, I think the mist is gone now, so you should just see the hallway littered with bodies.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's slowly
So-
diminishing.
Slowly. Oh yeah, you can see some
Do I-
shapes.
Eric, do I learn whether the book is cursed or enchanted by a spell in any way?
You do not detect any traps, curses, etc. on it.
Interesting. You're quite sure that the book was the thing that was belching the smoke, Sazon?
I mean, it seemed to be.
Can I get
I
an
picked it
insight
up
check,
in this movie.
Bryn?
I guess it could have been the
Yes.
pillar. Or the podium.
Insight check coming right up.
So,
22.
with a 22 insight, the pedestal itself was trapped to shove people into the tome and keep them there.
Now I'm wondering what's in the.
Basically turning it into a trap because the pedestal would then have control over the tome. Anyone who went inside, stuck.
What dictates the owner of it?
Milfred,
Oh my.
Wait, so then only Milfred can.
until you removed it and now have taken possession of it, you now own it. But
Wait,
while
wait.
it was on the pedestal, it belonged to Milfred.
Wow.
Does that mean
So-
okay? So that's fascinating.
So all the bodies, if we cast the mansion, are we going to go inside and then suddenly it's going to be full of dead bodies, or were those the bodies in the hallway?
Well, there could be. Those wouldn't be the same bodies, but there could be additional bodies for people that made it all the way through and then got sucked in. Which, to be fair,
Interesting.
it's probably full of like elves, if I'm being honest.
Or they might even still be alive.
Oh yeah, because isn't there
Um,
food in there?
We also don't know if so the mansion, the extra whatever space, the extra dimensional, if we cast it, are we going to the same one the previous owner said, or is it a completely clean
Yes.
slate?
You go
Okay, so then anyone that has been trapped in there will still be there.
Yeah. Alright, you want to open it? See if anyone's in there?
I do almost feel like knowing this, it would be kind of unethical to not,
I
at least,
totally agree.
to at least empty the the bag.
And I can gorge on an 100-person feast all by myself.
Well,
That too.
But before we go, can we at least rest a little? Only asking because I have like no spells.
I wouldn't mind it either.
I'm happy to do a short rest. I mean, we can wait a little bit. Honestly, another
Yes.
even 24 hours isn't going to make a huge difference, and it might be good to get the people to a safer location.
I do get
Do we
spells
think
back on a
we're-
short, but that's fine.
Do we think we're safe in the library, or do we think we need to go somewhere else?
Considering that shit just blew up 5 seconds ago. I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure part of Coin's clothing is still on fire, and he just hasn't bothered to put it out.
Not to
But if
mention
the
the
armor
armor's like
blew
that
up, that
gauntlet,
means there's
I'm
no
not worried
problem.
about it.
maybe we should wait till we get out of here and go somewhere where we could just like leave people and not feel like we're abandoning them in the library with a bunch of cursed things.
We could also have a rendezvous point in the library and promise not to wander off except in pairs.
I mean, for us, yeah, I just don't trust random people to do that.
Hey, if you need your 8 hours, we could take it here. I'd rather take it inside anyways, compared to out in that desert.
Yeah, honestly, I also think Tati's going to want to give all the dead folks in the hallway the last rites.
Yeah?
And I, as it stands, if we left here, can't even teleport us out right now.
Tell you
Yeah.
what. With that old pillow fort, or whatever's left of it, we'll call that the rendezvous point. Seem good?
Well, I'm just gonna go nap there, but sounds good.
Maybe we could head closer to the entrance in case we need to suddenly leave.
I would be surprised if the children's section was not near the entrance to begin with.
Because if you've ever been to a library, getting the kids to their section is like pulling teeth.
Yeah. Although at my Barnes and Noble, it's at the back of the store.
Yeah, but that's
I
where all
think
the
at least
toys
see them in
are.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
My favorite section.
It is the favorite section, but it's also how they keep theft down by causing people to have to travel further in order to get out of the store.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Long rest in the children's section. There's half a blanket fort left.
Probably the most comfortable spot. And it seems like it's safe.
Well, you never know. Someone could jump out at you and slam you with the pillow.
Where did you even get
Hi,
this?
it's a mystery. They were just there.
Fair enough.
You look around, you can see the various couches and chase lounges that he's stripped or she's stripped of the cushions.
There are also some libraries where there's like pillows on the ground
Oh,
to sit
yeah.
on, sort of
Absolutely.
beanbag style.
Yeah.
Would Amorosi be pissed that we like screwed up the pillows?
I think we would have heard by now if that was an issue.
Guess he doesn't care that much.
Did,
He has better
Maybe
things
that
to
was the
do.
earthquake.
Did what's his name, by the way, the wannabe librarian, ever like acknowledge us running
Kato?
around the explosions, the earthquake, or anything, or is he just
Kato doesn't care.
okay?
No, like legitimately, the character himself is like, I don't care. You smashing things, fine. Let me join
We
in.
literally saw Kato destroy a glass wall just to get to a bookshelf.
Right. He doesn't give a damn.
That's fair.
For the record, like, the fact that Emery Orosi only has 3 followers right now, it's kind of a problematic thing, and it's because he needs more followers.
No kidding.
I mean, Ruza was volunteering, and then Kato turned him down.
Bad business model.
It is a bad business model.
It is.
I think having Kato run your business is a bad business model.
I guess
Indeed.
Amorosi's gonna give Kato a stern talking to for losing out on followers.
He'd be really good at running a gym, perhaps.
Just sit behind the counter. Hey.
You know, grunt when people walk in.
Uh-huh. What happens at my gym? Every
Mine's
hour
gonna-
they walk by and brush the paper towels. That's it.
Coin's gonna spend another hour during the short rest on the Tome of Understanding.
Cool.
While we're resting, do we want to discuss what we should do with the Orb of Dragonkind?
Just keep it safe.
Well, I'm wondering, does someone want to attune to it? Because it is a powerful item.
I guess you could test if I have evil in my heart. If you use it and I'm attracted to it, does that mean I'm evil?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
What does it do again? I can't remember. I do have an
When you
attunement
when you
slot.
use it, it makes all the evil dragons want to go towards it, but it doesn't actually mind control them per se. It just makes them go towards the orb. So what's likely going to happen is you use it, the evil dragon goes to the orb, and they're like, "Why the fuck did you pull me over with this orb? I'm going to kill you now." And then they do that.
I'm pretty sure I can't make that DC.
We can do that, but also keep in mind any other evil dragons in the area might also get that signal.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that right now. I'd want to do that if we were like very prepared, and it's more of an oddity for that. But I do think it'll be good to have for Sagaeos.
I was like 99% joking with that.
I mean, isn't it always good to know if you have any evil in your heart?
I kind of don't want to know.
Hmm.
I think evil's subjective.
Hey, it's all relative anyway.
And even if the orb did think I was evil, I would say the orb was full of bullshit.
I think
tell
it's
that
full of a
orb.
dragon.
I think it's full of dragon shit. There's a dragon in there.
Is it like what? They're like it's like a dragon's soul is trapped in there. That would kind of suck. I don't want to be trapped in an orb.
I'd turn evil too if you stuck me in a ball for God knows how long.
Oh yeah, if I was stuck in there for 1,000 years and then you let me out, I would just kill everyone in sight. That would there would be no mental faculties left.
I'd have a grudge.
Bryn quietly starts to shake.
Are we still thinking there's a chance that your mother's in here, Ruzit, or was that just something that kind of people said and wasn't real?
I hope not.
It would be weird, no, because this was made way in the past, so it would be strange if that were the case.
Yeah, that wouldn't really make sense to me. But I've seen Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, same. It's an okay show.
Thumbs down
Okay, I have to be right back. Give me 1 sec.
to the joke and the late seasons.
Yeah, so, I mean, Oshin, if the party thinks it's a good idea to do it, we can definitely do that. I could probably make the save, you can probably make the save. Does anyone else feel confident and have a slot that they would want to use it for? Because keep in mind, you will have to give up a attunement.
I'm not the
I
first
don't
pick.
think I can make it.
I'll say
I-
if we do it, we should maybe go to a different plane. Go into some sort of isolated position before we do that.
Well, I mean just attuning to it, not necessarily calling any dragons. Because it has a lot of other functionalities that aren't just calling dragons.
What if we just give it to one of our crewmates? One of those people we paid? They're probably not using their attunement slots.
Well, so one of the reasons we're saying this is because there's a chance it possesses you, which our crewmates probably will not be able to resist. It's a DC 15 charisma saving throw, which... Oh, Oshin can't. Okay, well, I could probably make the save. Does anybody else think they can and is interested in it? Bryn probably could.
I mean,
Maybe we rest first, just in case.
You want to rest
Yeah.
first
I mean-
before tuning? Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
is there
Bryn and I will probably get.
is there
Points.
points that's where? What'd you say?
Oh, that after like a long rest, I get portents back to guarantee that somebody can save it, make it potentially.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Also handy. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with the
There's
rest.
also gonna add, is there any immediate use parts right now? I mean, I know there's plenty of use down the line, but
Well, it just has a lot of good spells and such available to people, and if we're resting, it's not a bad time to spend a little time getting in tune with it.
coin rests in his bucket.
You have some water, I assume?
Yeah, but it's only waist high because he's reading that book. He wants to
Understood.
keep it dry.
Cool. So, as you guys sit down and rest, you guys going to do this for 8 hours?
I think so.
I'm fine with it.
Awesome.
I don't think Bryn is going to be able to sleep very well.
No?
No.
Especially after the story he, not yet, but just remembered?
I think Bryn is probably going to get up in the middle of the night. He always takes the midnight watch anyway because he needs to recharge his walking stick, which can only recharge at midnight. So I'll go ahead and re-roll those. If Bryn were thinking clearly, he would probably think to go before and to use some of the charges up on the walking stick, but he's probably not. So he gets it in his head to wait until midnight. I'll go ahead and roll the 3 new charges. Ooh, those are some big numbers.
They are.
What do you get at IT?
Let's see. We have a 16, 19, 20. We like to see that. Bryn is going to... hang on, I'm trying to write that down. There we go. Bryn is going to go back towards where the forbidden book is, and as he goes, he's going to go in not quite the same direction, but he's going to who else is awake? Is there anybody else on watch with him?
I was gonna rest in the first one, and I only need 4 hours, so probably I'd be awake at this point.
Okay. Bryn is going to. He knows that Sazin is probably smart enough to notice if he just disappears, so he's just going to say to Sazin, I'd like to do some more reading. Is it okay if I wander off for a little bit?
Can you at least put up the telepathic bond or something? I don't want you wandering off too far alone here. It's, we've had a lot of weird things.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going far. I just
Right.
when the pillow fight happened, I was reading some really interesting stuff.
I've returned.
So yeah, Bryn will cast telepathic bond just on himself and Sazin and anybody else who's awake and keeping watch. And yeah, and then is going to go and go towards the where the bookshelf was.
Sure.
Yes.
Cool. You return. Nothing has changed since you left.
All right, that's good. Bryn is going to take the book that he found, which caused all the problems, and he's also going to take like 3 or 4 other books from around it that look like they might be relevant reading for him, that he could plausibly fool the other people in the party.
Sure.
As just like some books that are relevant. And so he's going to take those books off the shelves, and then is there a way to fix the dog ear? Bryn doesn't want to open that book again because he's not sure what's going to happen, and foolishly he used his last identify charge on Milfred's book.
I mean, if you have an iron, you could maybe get that thing flattened.
Yes, but we don't want to open it and find out. So Bryn is going to resolve to take the book, hang on to it, make sure nobody reads them, and try and basically wait and bide his time. And yeah, he's going to take his take these 4 or 5 books, put them in his backpack, and head back to camp.
Okay. Cool. All right. So let me get you the titles of those books.
Cool. No rush on that.
I have them right here.
Um,
You said
oh,
4 to
that's-
5?
a 5 total. So let's say 4 other ones, and then the Tome of Blackened Souls.
Awesome. Cool. Now, remember, this was in the section of fairly dark magic stuff. So I'm going to just send these titles to you
Okay.
directly.
Okay.
Unless you'd like me to share with the party for fun.
Go ahead and share them with me, and then I'll hang on to them, and then, Bryn is gonna say, if anyone asks, he's gonna say he was trying to learn about the transformation, of that this guy did, and these were like the perfect. Yeah, those are excellent titles. Maybe the enslaved wraiths, maybe not so much.
Would you
But
like a
definitely
different
like
one?
the,
I have a different one from the
no,
same
no, it's
thing.
fine. But just like the Unholy Ascension is perfect. Book of Abyssal Paths, and then Broken Oaths is fine too.
Okay, well, let's
Yeah,
get you this one
it's,
instead, because I have
all
the
right.
list of books in there. Is that one better?
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, also very fitting for the how Bryn is feeling right now.
Understood.
It's
I'm putting these in my notes
yeah.
for you.
Cool. Yeah, so Bryn has those books. I'll add them to my
Cool.
I'll add them to my character sheet. And yes, we will be revisiting these later.
Awesome. So you
Yeah,
did
and the
not
Bryn
take
will
that
use-
fourth one, you took the fifth one instead.
Correct. The Soul Chain Tome of Enslaved Wits can remain on the shelf. And yeah, Bryn will go back to camp and then take out one of the other books, maybe the one about Unholy Ascension.
Sure.
And light a small lamp or go to where a lamp is lit and pretend to read it. Though in reality, he's probably not taking anything in.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and let you know who the author of that one is.
Okay.
And I'm going to just send this to you directly. This is going to be a fun thing. There you go. And I'm not going to tell you any more about that person unless you ask.
That's fine. Bryn probably hasn't even noticed who any of the authors are, unless one of them is like Pitney Bones. It's like they're just
not.
4 of them are just taking up space, and
Okay.
only one of them matters. Yeah, that's all Bryn's gonna do.
Cool. Awesome. So, you guys can get the benefits of a long rest unless there's something else someone would like to do during this time. No?
Nah.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and hit the long rest button and go ahead and confirm it.
Don't mind if I do.
And we need to roll the one of identify, I believe.
Oh yes, it's a D4 of charges. So yes, I will do so.
There's something
don't think-
Coin would probably do during that long rest.
Yes, sir.
Not an action, but he would. I think he would even ask someone to go with him, back to where Pitney Bones' little, blown up hut was.
Sure.
I think his greedy little paws couldn't help but wonder, like, did any of the potions make it
Right.
in that thing?
As you get there, the gate spell that she used to lure you in, it's gone. The bookcases are destroyed. There are shards of glass all over. Unfortunately, there's no potions that came through.
I think that totally makes sense, but it's good to know.
Yes, sir.
He will return and finish his long
Awesome.
rest afterwards.
Cool. Awesome. As you guys complete your long rest in the morning, you have one charge of the scroll, the one of identify, which is indeed a bummer.
Yes.
Do you have, Bryn, have you ever taken a scroll of identify out of the hat?
I have not. I
Because
don't believe I ever have done so because the wand has always served our purposes.
and I don't know the spell, so I mean, I could likely at like some type of shop find that scroll, but I could also just scribe it, and then we have
Right.
extra.
I keep forgetting that you can scribe scrolls, which is super handy. Um, so yeah, that's and it's a ritual too, I think. Is it? I don't
You
remember.
so you want to try
Um,
and pull a scroll of identify from the hat?
Oshin is suggesting it, and Bryn is not opposed to the idea.
I want to.
Because secretly he wants to save his one charge to identify this evil book later.
Identify is indeed a ritual, so if he knows it, he can just keep casting it.
As long as he has
Yeah.
the pearl.
Yeah, there are two downsides to doing it that way. The first one is that you need a 100 gold piece pearl as a material component, and the second one is that you have to actually touch the object. Whereas with the wand, you can poke it with the wand, which has saved our lives at least once. Because
Fine.
in one of the Crononacrum caves, there was like a dragon staff that just like incinerates you if you touch it, and the wand of identify absolutely just saved Bryn from going up in flames.
Quang takes the hat.
So, Mhm.
He does not. You know how he usually pulls out paper and writes a poem?
Mhm.
He doesn't do that this time. He just grabs the hat and goes, might as well try. Scroll of identify.
That's really cute. I like it.
Okay. And out pops the scroll of identify.
Nicely done.
I've been trying too hard on these.
And how long does that take to scribe again, Eric? It's the first level.
At first level is an hour.
Might need a scroll of geese.
Okay.
Geese?
Yeah, geese. It's a spell.
Geas.
S. Geese.
That's going to be hard to rhyme.
It just did rhyme. With the last sentence you said.
And how much? I forget. What's the ink cost of that? Like I have the magic.
It's like
book, I
50
just-
gold. Or no, 25 gold
Okay.
because it's half the scroll cost.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I will spend the first hour after I get up doing that.
Cool. Awesome. As you scribe identify into your spell book, sweet. You just need the 100 gold pearl now.
I should try more of these.
Um,
Maybe a scroll of geese.
You do that like to the hat?
Ruzit is the dressing coin, but if the hat happens to be triggered by that,
He's
I will
holding
not-
the coin
he
up,
will
to
not
be
oppose
clear.
it.
He's still holding it up as if he were doing the, like he just finished it and pulled the other one out.
Fortunately, Ruzit is not holding the hat, therefore it will not work.
Dang.
Okay, do you mind if I copy your notes a little bit?
No. Go ahead.
Can you copy from one
Um,
spellbook into another?
You can.
Nice. That's super handy.
I'll take the time and spend the gold to copy down and identify as well.
Awesome. You also
Do you
need the
have-
pearl.
The ink, or do you need to borrow some?
Of course, I got me on ink.
Okay.
What kind of pirate princess doesn't have ink?
No, that's
We're,
on me.
we're referring to tattoos.
Yeah, you got to. Exactly, and you got to. You got to have a quill handy for anytime someone might ask for your autograph, or anytime you got to. I should go find the guest book. I'll be right back.
Saphira
Your
wanders
name's
off by
really,
herself.
Really big.
Hey, how expensive of a pearl do you need?
100.
100. Okay. A coin holds up the hat. Take this for a whirl. 100 gold pearl.
Out plops the pearl.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm not giving you
Okay,
inspiration
Brent.
for these lame ones, just for the
It
record.
is, but that's part of the joke.
Absolutely.
Also,
have one.
And you've
I-
used it twice so
Bryn-
far today.
Yep.
I have one casting.
All right, I'll mark off 2 charges on the hat.
Trying to put the hat up for now.
Okay.
Is the pearl consumed?
No.
It does not. Nope. Yeah, you just need it. Awesome.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
But if something is consumed, it actually always says it in the component. It says
Indeed.
is consumed.
And we're ignoring anything under 100 golds for components, which is why the pearl does matter. And that was during session 0.
Perfect.
Yeah.
With that too, is it always 10 minutes, or can I use like a spell slot and do it?
You're
don't
not
know
a
how to
sorcerer,
it's gonna
so you can't speed it up unless you want to use the identify spell
if
using a
it's-
spell slot.
Oh, well, that's what I was asking.
Right.
I didn't know if using a spell
it's-
slot would make it
Yes.
quicker. Okay.
Doing a
If-
spell
if
slot would
you
make it.
have
Oh,
it-
go on.
I was gonna say, if you have it as one of your prepared spells, yes, and if you don't, you can only cast it as a ritual.
Okay.
Casting as a ritual takes 10 additional minutes on top of the spell's normal casting time. So 11 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks. That's what I was wondering, because on the D&D Beyond it says 1 is like and 10 minutes. So I didn't really understand that. Noted. All right. So where to next, guys?
Well, we were discussing opening that book, right? Mansion, clear it out.
Yeah, I mean, people want to take a shot. Although, again, do we want to go somewhere safer, or are we just going to do it here?
Is there any
More
place
safe
more
than-
safe? We're not
I
in the
mean-
middle of combat. I mean, out in the desert, it's not going to be much safer than this.
I mean, more outside of the Dragon's Horn in general.
That might take some time, and the suspense would kill me.
I don't know, because think about it like this. If we're outside, we're more susceptible to danger when we leave. And if we go back to our ship, then anything that falls out of that book ends up on our ship. This might be the best place where if anyone needs to get pulled out, we're not putting them in the middle of a desert, and we're not putting them on our ship.
I can agree. Also, we never did figure out if we want to do anything with the orb, but we can keep holding on to it. All right. People want to open up the mansion?
Happy
I
to give it a
vote
try.
A. It's a resounding yes, it sounds like.
All right. I'll take the book out of my pack and attempt to use it, I suppose.
Okay. Cool. It opens up. And you guys can enter the Magnificent Mansion. Who all are you going to designate as people who can come in?
All of our group right here.
Understood.
And my Pegasus.
And your Pegasus. Sweet.
Oh, it's nice.
Less
Okay, what's the
body.
food?
You were able to
Eric?
find some food.
Are we seeing anybody? Or any signs that people were in here?
You see spirits walking around serving you.
You know, maybe no one got stuck by the trap. Maybe no one made it that far.
I guess that fog was a big disincentivizer.
That and the
See if
corpses.
there's like a hall of mirrors inside here.
Maybe the guy who set up the trap really didn't think it through. Like, the
Well,
sleep is going to get everyone before they can even trap them.
Maybe that was a failsafe for if someone gets past the fog, they still can't take the book because they'll be trapped in it. So it's
Yeah,
sort
The
of
failsafe also failed.
That's
So
what I
that makes
thought.
sense.
yeah, I mean, yeah, they did both technically fail.
So, you
Hey,
guys
Jesus,
going
mansion
exploring?
doesn't suck.
Hey, Mr. Spirit Butler. Do they
The
respond
butler
to
comes
non-
over and responds to you.
Do you have like memory prior to us visiting?
It shakes its head no.
Well, I guess there goes interrogating about the previous owner.
Hey, do you think these guys can make ice cream?
Hey, how's your freezer looking?
It tilts its head sideways and
You do
goes
ice
towards
cream?
the kitchen. You gonna go follow?
The shoddy butler won't even bring the ice cream back. I guess I will follow.
Okay, you follow. They go to the kitchen, and they will magically form ice cream.
Nice.
Dang. They can do it.
The kitchen
This
is
place
completely
rocks.
bare. There are no ingredients. There are
Ugh.
no utensils. There's no plates. But they summon them and will provide you with ice cream.
They can conjure chandeliers here, but not a spoon, huh?
They conjure a spoon.
Oh. Thanks. Going to lead it.
Awesome. Coin. This is really good ice cream. It's your favorite flavor, which is
Mashed fleas.
smashed fleas. This
Yeah,
is
you
smashed
sort of-
flea ice cream.
You get like 300 of them and get them down to a paste, and then you mix that with the milk
So it's like pistachio.
cream. Yeah, it's very. I actually pistachio is my real favorite. So yeah,
Okay.
Oh, same here. Great.
based. Good
Taste.
taste, my man.
Bruce is definitely getting in on this ice cream, but they're waiting outside the kitchen because they don't fit in the kitchen. I want some ice cream too.
Can you conjure a bigger hallway?
The hallway expands.
Hey.
This place rocks.
Do we ever have to leave, Sizen?
How does time pass natively in here?
I could be here forever.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Could I get a clock?
They give you a clock.
Was it like progress? Does it move?
If you wound it, possibly.
Coin will wind it.
Awesome. What time is it, Coin?
12:01.
Okay, it's 12:01.
Nice.
We're up at the break of dawn.
I don't know where dawn is 12:01 for you.
Listen, I've been upset on sleep schedule. Dawn's whenever I'm awake.
That's not good for you, man.
Really not.
All
You
right.
know, I would love to have this place as like a secondary office away from the ship. Or we could hear me out. At my business run in Nausea, we set up the entrance to the door like a gate, kind of like how Pitney tried to kill me, but instead I'll have a bigger storefront.
I mean, you don't even need the storefront at that point. We could just set this up anywhere.
No, but that's part of the novelty, you know, you find the physical entrance. But it would be a great traveling storefront. You're right.
That would be cool. People could be really excited when they find you, you know?
Yeah. I'll put that one on the list. Technically, you found the book, so it's your call.
It's the group's book.
Well, I'm glad we don't have to shovel any dead bodies out of here.
Yeah, me too. Don't really need another rest, though. We kind of already did that. I feel like some food wouldn't go amiss, but
I'm kind of mad we didn't do our rest in here now.
good news is we'll have plenty more rests.
Okay, I mean, I don't think we have any business in here then.
This is there's also a lot of other things to think about in terms of we could plausibly use this as like a way to trap people or things like that if there are people we wanted to bring with us.
Yeah, there's a small problem. Ruzi doesn't fit.
Really doesn't even fit in here.
No.
I thought the hallway got bigger.
The entrance shimmers faintly and is 5 feet wide.
Ooh.
Well,
Well,
just
you can shove your head through.
someone pull a scroll of enlarged reduce from the hat, and then have someone scribe it, and then have them cast it on Ruzi to enter.
The real question is, does this operate as a scuffed bag of holding that can be used, like, can you throw stuff in and pull it out, or does it, like,
Nope. And the moment that
Reset.
this thing ends, it ejects everything that was inside out.
So
This is not player housing.
that's fair. So it can be used then, or like if we need to pull someone out of a like, it can be used temporarily, but not as like a resource.
And whoever's holding the book has to go in. When they leave, the whole thing ends.
Right. It's like the book's opened and it like you can't move it
Right.
while it's being used.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's also another free way to get rid of large stashes of frenzy.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
mean,
Actually,
technically,
I don't know.
all of
I
the
still think
ash and
actually
dust,
might be able to come through. So
all the residue. I mean, it's going to be terrible for the air, but at least the boom won't hit anything.
yeah.
Okay,
Well-
unless anyone needs a mani-pedi, I think we can leave.
I could come up with a limerick for the hat so I can get through the door.
Well, let's do that later. Let's not use the last hat charge today just for that. Don't worry, we'll get you in here.
Or
He
we
was just
do
like
it and
poking
then
his head through the door.
one night.
If I ask
It's
the
so
hat,
nice in here. Like, I really want to be in here. I
The-
bet I
the
could shape it
inside-
to my will. Like, I could be like, I want this area to be a pile of treasure that I get to lay in, and that would be awesome. And it probably
The
would work.
inside's big enough for him to fit in, though, right?
Great idea.
Like he can't get through the door, but
Right.
the inside could hold him. Can I lay my hand on him and use one of my face steps to teleport him inside?
Yes, you can do that.
Great, I'll do that. All right, come on in, Ruzit.
Cool.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
it's
he's-
not a huge place because it is only 50 cubes and each cube is 10 by 10. So, however you guys want to lay those out.
that's enough for Ruzid.
Just
though, in all
one big
honesty.
room right now.
Okay.
Big ass room.
Yep. It's basically a 5,000 square foot area.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Shall we head back out?
Yeah, we got some business.
Reason you just got in here and they're going to leave.
Try the ice cream before you leave it.
We're just gonna try the ice cream.
Awesome.
Which one? I hope not coins.
Do you get the
Well,
flea?
doesn't it like
pistachio?
Doesn't it like give me a like? Doesn't the flavor just adapt or something? I don't know.
No, you have to ask for the different flavors. So you get Fleastachio.
Or just spits it out. This ice cream sucks. Can I get like better ice cream?
I went with strawberry.
They will bring a strawberry ice cream.
No, I did. I don't want strawberry.
Go back to the flea ice cream.
Well, can't I just get my own?
I mean, yeah, you just need to ask.
Try telling them what you want instead of asking dealer's choice.
They're going to bring you shaved ice.
What? You didn't even let me pick yet. I was gonna get some Parmesan vanilla.
You just
Wait,
get
what?
shaved in the ice.
Okay, you lost your privileges. I'm gonna deactivate the book.
As you ask for Parmesan vanilla ice cream,
Cream.
they depart from the book and you are ejected back into the library.
It's so savory and sweet and delicious.
Blop.
No.
You never got to
You-
taste it, sir.
You suck.
Listen, you can try it next time we go in, alright?
Fine. I get to decide what it looks like next time, though. It's gonna be a really cool cave. There's gonna be a ton of gold. It's gonna look awesome.
For the record, all of you who ate in there, 0 calories gained.
Beautiful.
Love to hear it. Not very filling though.
I know a guy with some pigs that would really love this place.
That would make a hell of a Thanksgiving. It's just fake pig, fake ham, fake ice cream.
I think there's only one more thing to look up while here, and that's maybe how to get out.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we just walk out the door we came in.
Well, I mean, yes, we could get out. Of
Yeah,
that.
but then how do we get out of the desert? Like this magical desert that's in some magical maze, that's in some magical mountain, that's in
Are
the
we
real world.
seriously
at
not
one point?
allowed? Are we seriously not allowed to just backtrack to the maze and leave?
No, they said if we backpack, they'd kill us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we entered through the dragon's mouth, then maybe we just exit through the dragon's, you know.
Tail.
I'm just saying, if there's one way in, there's got to be one way out. Maybe
Might
on
be
the
wrong.
on the opposite end?
I thought the whole dragon thing was like kind of like a figure of speech. We're not inside of a dragon, literally.
No, I thought it was very literal. I thought it was literally like a statuified dragon,
Yeah, I think that was true.
which adds credibility to my theory of, you know.
Well, then where would it be?
Well, can we just ask Kato?
Probably that too.
Yo, Kato!
Would Kato know where a dragon's ass is?
I feel like that's the only thing that he might know.
So Kato appears. Yo, what's up, dudes?
We're looking for the dragon's anus. You got any clues?
Yeah, it's right there. He points at Brucid.
Let me
Back into
clarify.
Brucid.
Let me clarify. Do we want to, you know, leave officially the dragon's horn?
Oh, dude, just walk out the door.
What?
Okay. Well, like once I don't want to end up in the desert. I want to be back in you know, Toivoa.
Right,
Lovely.
you're gonna end up on the beach.
Oh. So it's like magic.
Yeah, dude. Like, welcome to a magical library in the middle of a magical space.
Oh, by the way, are you sure Amorosi isn't looking for more followers?
Maybe. Why?
Like I said, I want to join the club.
All right. Cool. Welcome to the club.
Okay.
Oh, is that easy?
Yeah.
I don't have to do any rituals or anything, or...
Sure. We can do a ritual. I play dominoes. You play cards. I play dominoes. You play cards. I am Kato. You're a follower of Emery Rosie.
Okay.
Can you do
Ooh.
anything with that?
What do you want? A badge?
That'd be cool.
No badge, but here. And he's going to hand you a pebble. Ruzid?
What does the pebble mean? Is there some significance to it, or did you just find it?
Oh no, I found it long ago, man. That's Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Yeah, he's
So
a
you
rock.
talk to pebbles. I hope you're like, you know, like a yin and yang sort of thing with Amorosi, where he keeps you around to balance him out.
Huh?
You wouldn't get it.
With your passive
Beautiful.
insight, that's exactly why he's kept around.
Okay, good. I'm glad that me and Amorosi are both on a different level. Good.
Yes,
anyways.
Saphira, however, you can't see him.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him sometime. So if you can ever set up a schedule or something, maybe after we like kill Sageos, because I heard that makes him really happy. Maybe that could be like part of the reward.
Sure thing, dude. Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to just absolutely wrecking house. When we're ready, we're gonna smash, right?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And he will attempt to do a secret handshake with you that neither of you know.
So how am I supposed to do this? I don't even have hands.
He looks at you. Oh, maybe not.
I mean, wouldn't Amorosi know this? I mean, they're a dragon, right? They surely they have like the dragon Jake.
What?
Like they know the gesture to do it. Like, cause I don't know. Is this even Amorosi's idea? Is this just your idea?
Of course it's my idea. Don't you think it's a good one?
Yes.
Awesome.
Excellent
I
idea.
appreciate it. You're going to tell Amy
Looking
that
at
I
Coin and, like,
said this is a
shaking
good
his head
idea.
at the same time. What?
He's going to be like, yes.
Everyone's looking at Coin and shaking his head at the same time.
All right.
So I'll reach for my sword as people are shaking their heads.
Why
No,
not
it's
downward?
not the signal.
Right. I'll nod.
Bear will withdraw her cutlass.
Kato looks around. Who we fighting?
No, we're fighting Sageos in a bit.
All right.
Come back, right?
Today, right?
No, it's not today. It's soon.
I will call you. I will send a
Fine.
messenger bird to your ear.
Man, I was ready to
Okay.
just absolutely own people.
Wait,
yeah,
since I'm
you
now
were.
a follower of Amorosi, could I get some way to like at least give him a heads up?
Yeah, man.
You know, doing this.
All
whole
you gotta
time
do
thing?
is you gotta sit down, right?
Okay, I'm sitting down.
All right. Now you take your front paws, right? You hold them together, palm to palm, right?
Holding them together.
Now you close your eyes and you bow your head. And you go, "Yo, Amy." Repeat after me. Yo, Amy. Dude, I need some righteous help.
I need some righteous help.
You're so totally awesome. I just wanted to say that I'm going to try to help myself and therefore help others.
You're so totally awesome, and I'm going to try to help myself in order to help others.
Thank you so much for being the bestest dragon friend ever.
Thank you so much for being the bestest dragon friend ever.
And that's all there is, dude.
Okay, I'll paraphrase it and say it in my own way.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, that's it, man.
Okay. I guess I'm sufficiently.
Why'd you stop repeating after me?
God damn it.
He looks at you, smiling, being an ass.
You can go have your date with Amorosi. I'm not jealous. Now go.
Well, Amy's too busy for dates, man. Like, been too long since he went out with, you know, who.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Rizzo narrows his eyes. Are you gonna say what happened, or are you just gonna leave that one a mystery?
Well, you know who Emery dated, right? Everybody knows.
Eh?
Some other dragon lady. Maybe I shouldn't get into it. That's not my business. Anyway, you guys.
Saying that Amy dated my mom? Is that what you're implying?
Oh no, no,
that would be
dude.
weird.
No, that would be weird. Really weird. No. I'm
Good.
sure.
Now that we got that out of the way, I don't really care as much.
No. All right. Well, you guys have fun. If you need me, just holler, because I'm around. And he reaches over. Well, that's out of place. He pulls a right side up book, puts it upside down, and puts it back in the bookshelf. And then he will disappear.
I'm gonna fix the book.
Okay.
Well, all I learned from Kato, I guess, is that I'm just gonna come up with my own Amorosi code, because I think he has no idea what's going on.
Seems like he was winging it.
I'll wing it too.
Well-
and I actually have wings.
So
Got a
does
head
he.
start.
In my line of work, codes are always just suggestions.
Well, I suggest we head out the front door.
Yeah, let's get
Well,
teleported
actually-
back.
Really important in my line of work. It's kind of our main thing.
All right. Ready to go out?
One walks out the front door.
Cool. You walk out the front door, finding yourselves out here.
That was a doozy.
Where's it heads out?
Indeed. You were successful, though.
Yeah, want a high five? And Rizzy raises up one of his claws.
She looks at you. A high five.
It's to celebrate getting through the maze and all the challenges without backing out and having you kill us all. I feel pretty good.
Congratulations. And she will give you a very soft and quiet, reserved high five.
I hope we meet again someday.
Perhaps we will.
This has been invaluable. We appreciate the opportunity. Really recommend, a traveler's guide in there. Very, very, very vast.
I
But
thought the point was there is no guide.
That is the point.
See?
You are
I'm just-
enlightened by your experience. Well done, little one.
yeah, I'd be enlightened by a map too, but I can't complain too much.
But that would be no fun.
Never imply that a map isn't fun. Ever again. Sorry. Took that personally.
Damn.
Especially a map with an X on it.
Okay, if the map has an X and there's like a puzzle to figure out where the X actually is, then that's kind of fun. But if the map just spoils the whole damn puzzle, that's not fun at all.
I think
then
enlightenment should be an optional
it could
thing.
give them a map that misleads them so that they have to like they the test is that they think that the map is helpful and then they have to find their way without it, and
I think my giant friend.
that
Oh,
would be
go on.
fun.
I need a map to reach your point.
I think my giant friend here would say that if enlightenment is optional, you can choose not to go into the maze.
Indeed.
Suppose
See?
so.
And then you would be eaten for trespassing upon the beach.
Okay, see that part.
Hey, whoa,
That's-
whoa, whoa! I
that's
didn't know
right
that
there.
was part of the agreement. Well, at least it didn't come up.
It did
See,
not.
that to me is
Therefore,
counterintuitive to enlightenment.
we cannot have those who do not deserve to enter to come here unbidden.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
get, like a... Huh?
You know what? It's not my dragon, not my horn. I'll let you have your rules.
Thank you. Where will you go now?
Probably gonna go kill Sageos.
Likely inland, if you want the specifics. It turns out there might be some kind of a nomadic tribe that knows something invaluable. And
Are you all Sageos haters too, or are you neutral on the matter?
She looks at you. He is problematic, but
See?
at best, not our problem at the moment.
Seems like everyone hates the guy. We're gonna make so many people happy when we get rid of him.
yeah, I hope so. Well, nice meeting you.
Yeah, we still gotta feed first, but let's do it.
Coin's gonna step away, not necessarily ushering the party away from this conversation, but he's gonna split off to do another wayfinding, trying to get crystal tags.
Sure. Cool. Easy enough to
Specifically,
find?
specifically, he's trying to catch motion. He's like,
Sure.
where is there a tribe currently hustled up next to a crystal?
Awesome. You're easily able to find several.
How far is the closest?
Oh, several days away, southwards.
Okay. I would imagine now Coin's not particularly practiced, but he's probably does this the most of anyone in the party. Would he be able to just sort of meditate in his wayfinding, trying to, I hate to say it, almost eavesdrop on these tribes? Specifically, he's looking for that ring, that quartz ring, on maybe someone's just wearing it.
You
Or
can't see
something
that
like
much
it.
detail.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You're able to see motion and that sort of thing. You're not able to see people's fingers, etc.
Okay. I think Coin is going to come to the conclusion, like, I guess we'll just go to the closest one and, branch out from there. He'll wait for the party to be done with the conversation before saying, like, could we open the map visibly just for the sake
Of
of
course.
pointing to... You said several days out.
Yep.
Are we assuming that's sort of right
That's
past
about
the
right. Yeah.
right past the peninsula?
Yes, sir.
Is Coin able to... I know this map is top down, but I kind of forget. Can he get an exact position on a crystal based off of...
Not
what
exact
first-
position, because then you'd be able to build a map. So
Right, that's true. We were traveling to them to do
Right.
that. Okay, Coin's gonna say, like, I think we should... I mean, if we have the resources, teleport a day or two southward, 200 miles, 100 miles, might make our lives easier. I'm more than happy to just, fly there too, though.
Yeah, I'm happy to teleport if Hoshin's willing to do it.
Yeah, I don't mind, but last time it did take a few tries.
Before we leave, I just want to check one last thing. Hey, giant friend.
Yeah.
So if we leave this place and come back, you won't kill us anymore because we already completed the trials. Is that right?
Indeed.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure in the off chance we end up back here somehow.
Of course.
Okay, we're good to go. Continue.
Eric, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
Where would we assume the fleet is right now? We know they passed. Where did they last pass? We last saw them north of Ryport, was it?
Correct.
And that was I can't even remember how long ago that was. I would say like 2 days.
2 days.
Maybe one. So 2-day voyage. I'm venturing a guess here
Right
that it
about
would
there.
be
Yep.
around there. Okay. I'm just trying to keep track for the sake of,
Yes, sir.
secondary action.
Well, primary
Okay.
actions. Everything you guys are doing currently is secondary.
No. We're the primary action. The fleet,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
considering the secondary.
That's fine.
The secondary event is maybe a better word.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Then Coin will say, yeah, if we just travel southward, we're gonna run into a nomad tribe eventually. Then we can just start asking questions about what they know about orbs. So ready when everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm down. We still got a bit of time before the actual event's gonna happen, but we're moving forward and we're getting some more information, some more allies, so it seems good.
Where am I shooting for on that? Like, if I'm teleporting us, I don't really know where we're going.
Right?
I'll give you an exact estimate. Like right here, we'll say.
Okay. Does that work with the spell? Like,
No, it doesn't.
if it says like, okay,
But we can teleport.
yeah.
Based off of what you've been told, we're going to teleport based off of that.
I think it's
If
funnier.
the destination known to you, I didn't know if like
It is not known
a
to you.
couple hundred miles that direction is.
That's what you're targeting.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
Right now you have a description.
Well,
You're working off of a direction functionally. That's really all you have to work off of. That's valuable. That's useful.
Cool.
yeah. No, that's cool. I just didn't know if I could even cast the spell with that. 'cause
Oh,
it
we're going to
says-
absolutely let you cast the spell.
Okay, yeah. Because in the description of the spell, it said like it must be known to you.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't know if that.
100 miles south of you is known to you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I would argue the concept of we're going this direction this far
Yeah,
is gonna be understood.
of course.
Well, we'll find out. You guys ready?
I'm always ready.
Hit it.
All right. So, as you teleport, what does your teleport look like?
I would say it's just kind of like a purple whirl of energy, just kind of like twists around us, and then we get drawn together, and it just kind of fades to black where we were.
Awesome. Okay. So, because you are off target, I need you to roll 2d10s.
I was so close.
Indeed.
Still a passing grade.
All right.
Wow.
So you are what? So 10% plus 20%, or 10 times 20.
I
So
think it's 1 times.
No,
two.
it's
One
one
times
times
two.
two.
1 times
so
2.
only 2%.
So
2%
2% distance. So you are 2 miles off. That's pretty good.
Oh,
I'll take that.
That's pretty much on target.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if Coin's estimates off, then you could be dead on, and we're still
Yeah.
like 100
So-
miles away.
You are 2 miles away from this campsite.
honestly, that's probably better because then we could scope it out.
Yeah, it's better
We
than
could
no
do a
hearing in the
dramatic
middle.
entrance that'll terrify all of them because I'm a green dragon.
Well, who wants to scope it out? I assume
Oh,
you're like,
Coin's
I'm
gonna.
just realizing we never checked in with that person we left at the library.
who?
We left someone at the library?
Oh yeah, the woman with the sword who called music master.
Find a way out.
Wait, but wouldn't she also just immediately get teleported back to wherever she came from or to the entrance if she leaves anyways? So I think she's okay.
I'm not worried.
We got her what she wanted, which was to get in the library.
She should have made her concerns known if she cared.
I think that explosion scared her off anyways.
Yeah, speaking of terrifying the townsfolk, I mean, like, isn't a lot of the tribes in Australia very like dragon wary? That was always my understanding of things.
You should probably approach with your head down, you know, keep it low.
My head's always going to be really high.
Okay, well, you can see how that one works out for you.
I'm not afraid.
Coin's going to wayfind again,
Sure.
or what? Then presumably nearest crystal.
Okay. It is within the center of the camp.
Perfect. They're obviously just sort of like doing their normal tasks. Like they haven't left; they're still here, right?
Right.
Okay.
Everyone's going about their business.
Coin's gonna say, they're still there. I think we should approach on foot. We can fly a little closer than walk in. Because if anyone in Estrella is gonna know anything about like a hidden mystery orb, it's gonna be word of mouth around here. So, get asking, essentially.
Cool.
Coin's gonna start traveling in that direction.
Awesome. Anyone going to do anything other than travel in that direction? No? All right.
I don't think so.
Nothing comes to mind.
Cool. Unfortunately, I did not know that you guys were going to be doing this, so I don't have this content prepared for you. So what we will do is we will come back next week to explore this tribe, which I will have ready by next week.
Right on.
And we will have the continuation of the Toivoan Trainwreck next week.
Yeah.
Continue to be the most unpredictable party.
Indeed.
Always keep the DM on his toes.
Absolutely. So, guys,
Time,
good.
so time to ask the local townsfolk or tribespeople about some vision that you showed the players.
We're going to see what happens. I'm going to
Yeah.
go and build them out and figure out what they know, what they don't know, etc. But yeah, guys, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys did a lot of lore tonight. Lots of lore. And really happy with where the campaign's at the moment. But yeah, we need to come back next week to continue the story and figure out where we go next after this.
I swear we've encountered like 3 BBEGs in this session. Like Kidney Bones, the thing that Bryn did, and then we haven't encountered Segeos, but all of this is functionally about him.
Right. So it's basically referencing 3 of them so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put seeds for a 4th one in there, but they got glossed over, which is perfectly fine because it doesn't affect you guys
Yeah.
anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, Milford's out there somewhere.